said yes, and yeah. I said now, I got that feeling, that broken feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. Come on, yeah. I got that feeling, that broken feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. I got that feeling, that broken feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. I got that feeling, that broken feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. Listen, I said now. Hot damn, oh, here we go again. 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 You know the beat, so you know they can't win. Now you know the beat. How you have it? Yo, me and Derek Ray's gonna show you how. You wanna legalize us? You MC sucker. I think the one to tell you, you need to be warned with talking and can't stop. But I got bars like space, teaching everybody this lesson. So listen to the next lesson. And after this jam, we're really going to zero down. We're gonna try to do the whole damn plan and all. Hot damn, well, here we go again. 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 Hot damn, got the four screws. It's on my side. Lorenzo and Fifi. It's on my side. Oliver and Tosha. It's on my side. And also Lacey. It's on my side. Shelly CC. It's on my side. I'm trying to make Eric. It's on my side. I'm gonna just leave. It's on my side. And the Super Slinger. It's on my side. I'm trying to outside crew. It's on my side. The Get the Street crew. It's on my side. And that's downtown. It's on my side. And Standing Eddington. It's on my side. I said the Wall Street crew. It's on my side. I'm Big 58 Street crew. It's on my side. Big Brother Daddy. It's on my side. And also Montana. It's on my side. I'm loving Casper crew. It's on my side. Big James and the crew. It's on my side. Steve B and Big Daddy. It's on my side. I'm from the Montana crew. It's on my side. I said Big O. It's on my side. And that's the big team. It's on my side. And then the Lincoln Heights crew. It's on my side. And Sleeping Jazz. It's on my side. And Campus Beaches. It's on my side. And also Beasley. It's on my side. And also Sabrina. It's on my side. And Lisa Otherwise. It's on my side. Queen Philly. It's on my side. Say Super Duper Cuba. It's on my side. I miss you. It's on my side. And Gabby and Nicola. It's on my side. I said now, I got that feeling, that funky feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. I got that feeling, that at you now. Gotta go to the fan jack. A brother on wheels. A big long train. The dog man got through. Big brother down. And what I see right now. I said, tighten up. Tighten up. You got to tighten it up. Tighten 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 up. If you're looking good, now you know you're looking good. Say hell yeah. If you're feeling that way, feeling that side, hell yeah. If you're looking good, you know you're looking good. Say hell yeah. If you're feeling that way, feeling that side, say hell yeah. And I don't believe the hype. No. Don't believe the hype. I said I don't believe the hype. No. I said I don't believe the hype. No. I don't believe the hype. I said I don't believe the hype. No. I don't believe the hype. Oh, yeah. Last jam. So here it is again. Another jam. Since I gave you all a little something that I do you like, they still consider me a new jack. All the critics you can hang in my home road as they hold to the phone and play it ain't close. The bottle of beer card. Don't tell me that you want it bad. I see you hit it. The book of the new school rap band. Right in this like cold train this thing. Yes, you know not to me, I'm a different kind. Hey, we're brothers of the same, but I'm blind. Good in the middle end, not surrendering. I don't care for the sake of riddling. Something that I'm a struggle of. Something I never heard of you. I like burglar, not media. We don't need it, do we? Think it's for the media. I don't believe the hype. No, don't believe the hype. I said I don't believe the hype. No, I don't believe the hype. I said I don't believe the hype. No, I don't believe the hype. I said I don't believe the hype. No, I don't believe the hype. Listen, somebody scream. I said somebody scream. I said somebody scream. Go see JJ. I said somebody scream. What's what about that first blood and also JJ? Hey, everybody knows the king to start. Never let nobody know me to lie. I'm just claiming I'm number one on the go-go scene. Go-go's rap master. You know what I mean? Cause I'll be ministering the passion and setting to the wall. Here's a bust up, so hey, check me out as I rap this sing. Good to be the king. Goes round my neck. This man did the second check of my neck. And it's on through the formula. But check me out as I rap and sing because it's good to be the king. I said that I like that feeling. That's something feeling. Our heat is in the house and we're ready to roll. Come on, with it. I got that feeling. Yeah, that something feeling. The keys is in the house and we're ready to roll. Yeah, come on. I got that feeling. That something feeling. Our keys is in the house and we're ready to roll. Come on, yeah. I got that feeling. That something feeling. The keys is in the house and we're ready to roll. Come through the door, I hope you're coming to get down. Please leave it, cause you know we're stopping the fire. Straight up, square is no effort around. Hey, everybody knows this is Folks Town. You know, local is the sound, so the beat is breaking. 12 in the biz, all the money we're making. Maniac style, all the girls be making. From a hometown, you know we always breaking. Fleetwood Crew. Yes, indeed. We're gonna see you. Big up also. What's up, man? Brother Lafayette, all right. Hope you just started over there. And also, everybody over there at the Heartland. Yes, indeed. Where we grew up. That part of D.C. And also, one I said, everybody out of our also, one of everybody out of our we love them over there. Yes, we do.
Hey fam, welcome back to another episode of Eye on the City podcast. Gonna have a good show for y'all today. Got two special guests coming up in a minute. My co-host Shug, he's downstairs meeting one of the other guests. But time was ticking, so I wanted to go ahead and get started. I hope each and every one of y'all had a good week out there with a good strong and having a good strong. So hate to get turned around. So we just gonna go ahead and jump into it because it's 22 hours. So we have a special guest today. Her name is Lacey. Lacey, come on up, Lacey. And she's an actress. You know, she's been around for a little while. She's not new to acting. But, you know, she's been, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
So we're going to get in, but while we jumping in, just tell people who you are and a little bit about yourself. You know, speak up in the mic. That's the camera.
In the ceiling?
Yeah, we do it right there in the center.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Lacey Lace, and I'm so glad and honored to be here on the podcast today. I am an award-winning actress in the DMV. I love what I do. I am in different films, indie films for a lot of the directors and producers here in the DMV. I also do stage plays, one of which is going to be at the Public's Playhouse in May. So I also do red carpet events. I host red carpet events. And the entertainment, anything dealing with the entertainment in the DMV, I'm there. And I'm just so happy to be involved with meeting people and just finding out the other details about people who want to act, come into the acting business. I love to talk about it if you want to know anything about it. Thank you.
Okay, that's what's up. So, say basically you've been doing it for a minute. I jumped into some questions. We met, it was about a week ago, and you said you had appeared Greenleaf,
Yes.
and that, I watched the series. So, it's filmed down in Atlanta, right?
Yes, it is.
How did you even get involved with that to be able to get on it?
Well, I actually I applied on a casting network. I was already doing film work, and I wanted to branch out. And at the time, I was watching the OWN network and got involved with watching. Um, Involved in watching Greenleaf, and I'm telling you, 2 o'clock in the morning, I ran across that casting call. I applied, and I got it. I prayed to God. I hope they called me. The next day, they called me.
God do answer prayer.
God answers prayers. I had one issue at the time, my job. So if it was on a Wednesday when they called me to appear on Oprah on the show, they wanted me there Friday. So that means there was no notice to give to my job that I needed to be out.
Right.
So I accidentally got a cold.
Yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do.
And I couldn't come in, so I went on, I flew out and had a great time, met a lot of people, one of which Oprah just happened. I didn't get to talk to her, but I was introduced to her. She was at the church where they film at. That's a real church, everybody, where they film. It's not their church. The church belongs to someone else,
Right.
But the church is in Atlanta, and I got to meet her along with the other staff. A lot of other staff was there. Actors and actresses were there that day. And it was fun. It was more than 8 hours. I didn't have a principal or a supporting role. I had a background role, but I did have some words to say inside of the church. As a matter of fact, the last recording that they had, the last filming before the show went on, I am in that church scene.
Okay.
I'm in that. Yes.
I'm gonna pull it back up. I'm gonna pull it back up.
Yeah. So I have. I'm in that church scene. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But that's good. Did you get a rush or a high, or how did it was nervous?
I was on cloud nine. I mean, it was just amazing just to be there. But like I said, it was 8 hours plus. I was on set for 14 hours, and that was just being a background person.
Right.
Because you have to stay the whole duration. When the actors and actresses are reading their lines, and because they go over those lines thousands of times. So if you go back to the last episode, the lawyer.
Let me, I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
So them actors that we be seeing on there, that be on there every week, they be going over and over lines too.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
And they be forgetting. And the lawyer, the last day of that filming, the lawyer, I forgot his name, but the lawyer in the scene, he was reading by a teleprompter, and he couldn't even get it right just reading the teleprompter. The teleprompter. So
you would
we
think
were there a long
wants
time.
to have it together.
Yeah, you would think so. But it was just so much fun being around all those people and the food they feed you.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
But before you get to the food, so you say you was on 3 of the episodes, right?
Yes, probably 3 or 4 because it was.
So I was trying to understand how did they do that? Did you do it like on more than one day?
I went one day, and they asked me could I still stay, because when you work out of town, you have to work as a local, as if you live there, because but I stayed there 2 days, and then when I went back again, like 3 months later, I stayed another 2 days.
So they called you back.
That's right, absolutely. That's right. They call you back. You get paid within 2 weeks.
Okay.
After you finish, the show.
Yeah.
Get a W-2 form and all that.
So did you meet anybody like network or trying to get for the next? I think that's when you into that field, they go by a lot of what you call agencies and all that. Is that how that ran, or you can still get in through word of mouth.
Word of mouth, because let me tell you, 3 years later, I think maybe 2 years ago, I was on BMF, Black Mafia Family.
Okay, I
So
like it then too. Yeah.
I was a aunt, and my son's friend was in jail. So I was there with, I can't even think of some of the stars' names that was there, main characters. But I mean, you get to meet so many people. But I was on Black Mafia Family. That's right.
Because that, like I said, that business it just go by. They're in the right place a lot of times at the right time, and then you see some actors that, your body of work mean a lot, and that's how it builds up.
Exactly.
Because I be saying some people play a role and they get hired in a whole nother movie. Ain't got nothing to do with these people over here. This is on how they play the role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
and that was word of mouth, the Black Mafia Family. I had worked with someone on set of the Greenleaf, and they told me about it.
Yeah, because I got a cousin. He was in acting. He had his job. He was trying to break his whole life. So he was in like different like background scenes or walking past and all that kind of stuff. But he ain't cracked the Hollywood thing yet. But it's a lot of things going on in the days and time we live in, because they saying now that since the internet came out, Hollywood took like a hit. And then you remember the Hollywood, they was striking.
Yes.
Because they had AI writing scripts and stuff. And it was like trying to take jobs.
Yeah.
But they wanted people to come up with the concept.
Right.
And pay them less money. And they was like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
Right.
And so the game has changed, but
yes, it has.
It's still, I know once you get in a click or network, and that'll help so much.
It does. It does.
So I had a guy, he sang real good. It was a few years back. He had came to the podcast. He been in the act. He actually paid somebody to train him, man that was training who. So I asked him, right, I was like, would you take a role on a major show, but you had to kiss a man or, do something, because I know he wasn't gay, but I asked him, would he take a role like that? And he said, sure, because that's not him. He says the role he playing, right?
Absolutely.
But for me,
yes,
I just won't get that role. You know what I'm saying? Me, I wouldn't want my grandkids or people in the future. And then if you do it well, then you'll get another call for that.
Yeah.
You got to pick and choose how you want your career to go.
Absolutely.
So I'm just asking you, if you get a role or a call like that for a major role to speak or lay with a woman, act like I got a relationship, and you're not like that, but would you take that role for that money for your career to move forward?
Not that role. I won't.
Oh.
No, not.
Because I always say people got to have morals, but some people, they after the money. They after that bag.
No, I wouldn't be comfortable, and my mind couldn't even focus to concentrate on being that person.
And then another thing I seen for the first time, you know how they have love scenes, right? It's Tyler Perry. I'm trying to think of what was the name of it, but I think what was the name of that one where I'm trying to think. It's like a gangster father. They own the business, family business.
Oh, okay.
That's what I believe. So on that, they had a scene when it came on. The man, they sold his backside, and they was having sex. But you would think he's there as a woman. When the mother busts in the door, he in the bedroom with the man. Right? And I was like, damn, that's the first time I was, seeing something like that.
Yes.
It was like but people do what they do.
They do.
So that's how I said the game changed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you got to have some morals. If you don't, you be out there chasing the dollar. And them people don't care nothing about you.
No.
They'll drop you like a hot potato.
They will.
And then where you go from there?
That's true.
Okay, cool. Can you lock that door behind you? Yeah, so
yeah, that's true.
That's not. So that was just something. So at least you say you ain't out there to go. Have you ever been offered a role similar to that with something you ain't care about or something against, like say for instance, you don't like smoking or drinking or something that you don't agree with. It not even got to be just sex. It could be something you don't agree with. I remember Patti LaBelle said, she don't feel a song, they ain't singing.
That's right.
So
That's right.
how is it with you?
Well, it's funny that you would ask that question, and I'm going to just be truthful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have accepted a role that I don't feel really that well about, but after talking to many people that actually know me, they know I'm not that type of person. But I did accept the role. I played a grandmother in this role. One of the films, Roosevelt Films. He's a very good filmmaker, very much so. And it wasn't a bad role because it was just some cursing in it. So I said some bad words as a grandmother.
Okay.
But that's about the extent as to me feeling a little different about the role. But
Right.
I wanted to still see how far I could go with that role. So I did it for me to see how I would do it. And I did good. He brought me back for the second film. I did so well. So the second film, the name of the movie is called District Queens. District Queens. And
Okay, how can we pull it up? How can we see it?
it's on Tubi now.
Okay.
And when he brought me back for the second movie, it's named Queen's Court.
Okay.
So it was received very well. It was a good movie. Everybody gave great reviews on it. So that was about the extent. Just
Okay.
a little bad word. Too.
Right. Because I remember Denzel said one time, he said when he do his roles, and a couple of other actors said, them roles become a part of you.
Mm-hmm.
And even though after the movie's filmed, and everything's over with, that I guess he channeled. He says in him that he can tap in to them roles like in real life. And he said like when he made the movie, when he said King Kong ain't got nothing on me, he said that wasn't even in the script. He said they write it and then they let you get in it. And he said he was up in it. And he told the man, he said, did you get it? And dude say, they got it. He said, I don't know where that came from. But he got caught up in the moment. And so it was like, that was one of the biggest lines in the movie.
So he ad-libbed something that worked well with the movie,
Yeah, so he said that's how they do. He said they get in the scripts, they read it, and then you just got to play like, and if something comes. Some people might want you, don't say nothing outside the script.
Right, some people, exactly. And a lot of the filmmakers say, well, you can bring to it if you like. And if they like it.
Yeah, because when I write a song and I give it to an artist to sing, I really want them to make it better than how I did it, because I'm not a singer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And if I give it to them and something come in, add to it, or I'll be like, good, that's what you heard?
That's right, absolutely.
Some people just want all writers, because I know people that even knew Puppet, they say they would do the whole song. He would come in that jump, put a cymbal or guitar line in, change the whole credit. So you just got to be aware of all these type of things.
That's right. You're absolutely
when you're in the
right.
game. So how long have you actually been into that?
Since I started 2017, the process of headshots, going to acting classes and things like that around about the middle part of 2018, I was working with a lot of the
that wasn't that long, then you think about it.
No, it wasn't that long. And I wanted to do it. My dream was to do it. See, I started it late. A lot of people start their acting career early on. Mine was late. And I promised myself before I, turned 100 that I was going to get into acting. And I thank God for it. I love it.
So you only 40.
I know it, right?
So you was bit by that bug.
Yeah, but not just overnight. It's something that I'd always wanted to do, even as a kid coming up.
Because I thought about, acting a lot of times. I ain't like being in front of the camera. Now I'm doing my own podcast. Anyway, so but the thing was, even when I DJ, I used back in the day, I take a couple of drinks.
Okay.
Once I get to drink them, I'm the loudest thing in the club.
He was good, yeah.
But now that I don't drink, I did the podcast. I guess whatever you do, you come big.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I started.
Yeah, and especially if it's your passion.
Right.
Comes easy with your passion.
But I think too, if say for instance, I get an act, and all of a sudden something come fast, and I be sitting in the room, like this place, Oprah sitting over there, Denzel, just some big names, and I'm sitting in the room with them, and I got a roll. In my mind, I don't be like tripping, I'm be like, damn.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I understand. I did I forgot the name. It's a Christmas movie that came out last year with Jasmine Guy and some of the other actors that was on the show. What was the name of it?
Jasmine Guy.
It was a Christmas movie, but they were on a.
You ain't talking about that one.
I think it's a Christmas bonus.
I remember one of the movies was a good movie. It was Denzel Washington, Whitney Houston. Remember that movie? It was a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
He played an angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, we couldn't talk to her. Jasmine Guy, they was like, don't ask for pictures, don't do this, don't do that. You're gonna leave the set. You won't be coming back to work on our set anymore. They would tell you
okay.
Taking
That's
pictures,
crazy.
sneaking, taking pictures.
That's kind of interesting. They would say that. I want to ask a question. I'm gonna go back to it real quick.
Jump in whenever you want to.
Yes, but that's kind of interesting you said that about Jasmine, because years ago, I met Jasmine, and she was doing a show, Chicago, I believe. But she wasn't that way at all.
No, it's not her. It's the film directors.
Right.
The PAs.
She snatched. I was sitting in line.
Right.
She snatched half her hat on, and took it and went to the mall. And I was like, "Where you go with my hat?" She was gone all day with my hat.
Oh.
And she's not. Well, I don't know about now, but she wasn't that way.
No, she's not. It's just the producers on set.
And I had a friend, right? He worked security downtown. At that place, not too far from the wall, new place. So they had artists come, and they couldn't take pictures, couldn't talk to the artists. If artists say something to them, they could.
Yes.
But they
That's right.
Get fired. Go try to talk.
That's right.
Knowing my friend, what did he do?
He did.
He did it.
He down there taking pictures.
Yeah,
But he didn't get caught. But if he got caught,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Absolutely.
But let me.
And
let me
they
say
normally
this.
they're friendly. Those actors, they're friendly like us. It's just that the producers, they're like, don't.
Right.
So
Yeah.
let me ask this. And this is a question that I asked some musicians before, and some cast members, some stage plays that I wrote locally. So if I was to ask you, and this not taking a shot at you,
Okay.
but this is a question. If I was to ask you, and this will go as well because he mentioned it. If you think about an actor or performer that maybe you admire, you look up to, if you was to look at yourself, and if you was to say, if you could have 30% of what you see them do, their experience or charisma or what have you, if you could have 30% of that one person, who would that person be?
It will actually be Viola Davis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great person to pick. So the reason for that I asked you that is because, and I shared this before, most people, most entertainers in the music business, Tosha and I, we do music, we do a lot of stuff, but as artists, most times we think that if we had 30% of something that those artists have, we could be as successful maybe. But the thing that I think about is that we actually could have more than what they had.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
And most of the time, if you get to know them, you probably do.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I say this is because some of those people isn't as talented as you are.
That's right. Absolutely.
And if you really think about it, But what those people have sometimes that we have to instill in ourselves, we don't have it, is perseverance. You know, the training habits, the study habits, or what have you. Those people also have like a publicist, you know, a good team of people
Yes.
that can do some work while they doing something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's just like playing golf. I can hit a golf ball, but the problem I have is I don't hit it straight all the time. You know why? Because I'm so worried about watching where it going.
That's
And
that'll
to
be me.
worry about that, you take your eye off the ball.
Right.
That's
So,
right.
but when you see it on TV, they don't have to worry about that because they got people down there to find their ball.
Absolutely.
But if I'm hitting it, I don't have that person down there to find one. So I associate that with that. Keep our eye on the ball and look
I
at
like
what we
that.
have, because we most of the time are more talented than some of those people we see.
That's right. Absolutely.
Do you work with any like publishers or booking agents or anything like that?
I have made in the past, and that's been over 3 years ago. And I find that it's a lot of work to do it on your own, but I just
Right.
do it on my own now.
So okay, like you're in a play coming up, right?
Yeah.
So how would you? What's some things that you do to try to get more? I'm gonna say more shows or get more gigs or get more. You know what I'm saying? How do you go about doing that?
Well, first and foremost, film is my first passion, not stage plays. But I realized that to get the experience of being on the stage, stage fright, and all that kind of stuff, you develop a good piece and knowing your lines with doing stage plays. It helps you remember. So I don't really seek out stage plays. I did one stage play, and the other two came because they came to me because people saw me at the stage play
Okay.
at the previous ones that I was in and asked me what I be.
Okay.
So and I admire Viola Davis because before she became a actress, she did stage play, and that definitely
I think
helps.
most of them do.
Most of them.
And then a lot of people that you see, they came out like Duke, went to Duke Ellington. They go to school for singing, dancing, or whatever.
Mhm.
And then once they get their acting role, you know, that's how you branch out. You chase the
That's
money.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So would you recommend acting like to young kids coming up?
Well, yeah. If that's what their passion, if that's their passion, I mean, because you really can't force anyone.
Yeah, because it's crazy now as time went on. I only want to I'm just going to throw something out there, but I ain't going to get into the names. It was this girl, she was 16 years old. I just seen this story on her. And so she wanted to get into that life, like acting stuff. So she got a lady from New York came down and got her to come up to New York basically, but her parents didn't want her to go.
Mhm.
But the lady said she'd be in good hands, boo, and all that. 16-year-old went up there, and this was a big known person. Everybody know this person. They ended up kidnapping the girl, and she got tied up in the what they call children trafficking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Child trafficking.
Yeah. And
Really?
she was in there for some years. She finally got out and got away.
Wow.
Now she got the person for, you know, she going through. I might have said out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, you know, you hear them stories about people leave home, chasing fame. Some of them
that's right.
have a good career. Then some of them don't. But you know, I don't. I don't know why I brought that up. I just don't
it's
want
probably
to
still
bring
going
up
on.
just the glamour, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Without it's two sides.
It's two
you just got to
sides.
make best decisions. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Just think,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it was a guy. I was tell you one more. May Jack. He was a designer, and he had a lot of followers on Facebook.
Mm.
And what happened was, it was a big company. Like I said, I don't want to call names out. And he was gonna hook up with them,
Mm.
right? Then they told him to come down to Florida, and you know, and he was trying to hook up with these because they like my designs and stuff. I'm paid. Went down there, and his parents told him, don't go by yourself. He takes somebody with you.
That's right.
He went by himself. He never come home, right?
Mm.
Then they had to put out a police report. And I'm gonna show you how God worked. He was down for months. This lady was in Paris, seeing somebody one. He said, that ain't no mannequin. That can't be no. Took a selfie. Filmed it, went live. But by the dude being a good, had a large fan base, they knew who he was. Yeah, and I don't know whatever happened to the end of that story. Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, man.
For the people who made him model clothes in the window like a mannequin.
They made him a man.
They made him a mannequin.
They unlived him. Or whatever happened, I don't know what happened, but the lady seen him in the window. Instead of them just doing that and getting rid of him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, man, whatever you do, man,
You have to be careful.
first pray on it.
You have to pray on it. That's
Then,
right.
you gotta have that passion for it.
That's right.
And if you have morals, to me, I wouldn't bend my morals, right? Because at the end of the day, whatever we do, we put out. Some always look, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Once they get it on their camera, can't go back.
No, it's there.
Feel me?
All around the world.
And when you were saying that you played the granny, you fantasy, you consulted with the people who love, care about it. And so that's what you wanted to do. But for me, I always go within. And if I'm cool with it, whoever else on the outside just got to accept. But like I said, certain things, I'm not going to.
That's right.
Money.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
So, with that being said, we still got a little more. Take a break at 4 o'clock. Take some pictures.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions you want to ask? Oh, let me ask you something. Since we got like 10 more minutes, let you come. Since you're here, I want you to introduce yourself.
You're going to sit in the hot spot.
You're not going to be interviewed if you don't want, but you can come back. But since you're in the building, you take my seat.
Oh, okay. You want to get in the middle or you could? You good, right?
I'm gonna be right here on the video.
He giving Sapphire Blue the chair, girl.
Now Sapphire Blue, the one with the vinyl records and stuff, right? Or that's
That's
you?
my son.
That's you?
Oh, and her
son.
son, but I
Yes.
have him too. Yeah.
My millennium baby.
So let's introduce yourself, who you are, and your relationship.
Hi, I'm Joanne Boykin Thurston, known as Sapphire.
Sapphire Blue.
I'm a local actor, writer, entertainer. And I also do out at. That's been one of my flights.
So how long you been out here? When did you actually start?
Ironically, I actually started the same time Face Step started.
Okay.
God had something He wanted us to do, evidently, in 2017.
Yes.
And I have developed a program called Expression. And I started it with, and what it is, that I'm a firm that everyone has a gift, and that gift will act in times like
Yeah, because it say the gift will make room for you.
yes, it will. Yes, it will. And guess what else? It'll also allow you to bless somebody.
Okay, cool.
So my flight started when I became homeless. Not homeless, sorry, but unemployed. And I started going out looking for work, and I noticed fear in our city while riding metro, going to different places, and it just pricked my heart. What can I do? What can I do about something? What I do to try to help change the situation? So I started writing, actually. And being a single mom, I couldn't afford that publishing. Everywhere I looked, everywhere I went, everybody was a whole lot of money that I actually had. So I ran into somebody who I asked to cheer up. He had lost his son. His son was undown. PG County. And someone called me because I love making people laugh, proud. cut up in a minute, okay?
Right.
So I went there to uplift him that day, and that began a fight crime here and to go out to the crime scene, get in touch with his family, what it is to do. Because being on TV one day and the process of having service for a loved one. After that, the dust settled. Who's there to help them along the way?
Right.
So, my writing and my act, I'm here to express, I'm here to give out hope, and I get inspired.
That's good. That's good. So, like I said, I'm not going to take up too much time to have you come back. When you pulled up on the scene, did it seem like fresh? You know, like going to and stuff like that?
Yes.
You took that image and wrote about it. But at the end of the stories, bring them up. So you transcribe that.
It's a stigma in that. Call it stigma. So what we do is we set up, we bring the entertainment, bring the speakers, bring the resources, we bring giveaways, things like that, to give hope, give them that strength.
Right.
And get a lot of it done. I've asked God for that form, for that fact, the right meaningful content that will give out.
Okay.
So that's why Sapphire Blue is.
Okay. That's the I actually wrote right in this boy the bookstore, like I came my wife and she back then we want to story about the book. So lady met a guy and he had a book signing for him. So I signed, I said, go to the book. I bought the book, no support, right? So I said, I bought the book, I kind of started, but I ain't finished, right? So the lady that was with him, she was mad, but she was like, oh yeah, what's the name of the book? I said, it's called Money Power. So I started telling her about this and about. She said, that sounds like a great book. I don't know about me, 4 months later, a week, so my wife buying book. I see a book on the shelf, Money, Power, Respect. Trying to find out the lady I was talking to, yeah, somebody else. When I started off, we wrote the book, but I knew it was mine, but it ain't in like I was in mine. But then it was everything the same. My wife said, man, I looked at the lady that picture. I ain't even called her. I was ain't enough to do.
That was a learning moment. Wow. That's what I call the copycat. That's the spirit of the copycat.
That's right.
That deterred me. So I actually changed my name.
Oh my goodness.
And he couldn't take what, and then they actually did like a movie about it.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, I was done. So I still got it. And when I sent it in, go down.
Yeah, copyright.
They told me, they sent me a letter back from online, writing a book form. They say, finish the book, invest in something that is over. But then, like Lacey, everybody out there checking out the job. He finished it. But I got a problem. I ain't answering. I be doing so many different things. I just got to.
See, you was deterred by the spirit of copycat. But the thing is, nobody can do it like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
right.
I know. So now that I'm retired, I like to job. I'm gonna get back in. And I'm a person like I'm getting finished. So a lot of time I was writing that I was starting. I spoke. That we gotta leave one place. So that's why I want to rush it back here. But don't know.
Sometimes stuff gotta marinate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta bake. You know what I'm saying?
Shake and
That's the
bake.
way it is.
Right. So with that being said, man,
Timing.
tell them what they can get in contact. Tell them they can get in contact with you.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Facebook, Lacey Lace Actress. I am on Instagram, but mainly I'm basically on Facebook. Excuse me. So yeah.
Yeah, we got some things coming down the pipe, so
Oh yes.
we'll be able to give y'all some more information on
Yeah,
how to reach out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of posting, so I'll try.
And I'm Joanne Boykin, Joanne Denise Boykin. My last page was hacked. I'm quite sure a couple of us are already on that. But I can also be on Instagram as Sapphire912. Sapphire912. Being here with you all.
Joy, yes.
Sapphire, because I'm and I'm spiritually dead. So I feel that in it. And I want to spiritually guided. So when I meditated, guess what I saw? I saw God's throne. And I saw that sapphire. So I didn't know why I was
Yes.
there.
That's why I asked some people grab a name.
Yeah.
You can't grab a name.
No, you
just
can't.
grab a name. Going by that name, that's gonna bring that innocence to
That's
you.
right.
Back in the day, I had a band called Chaos. Everywhere we played, it was
Yeah,
chaos.
chaos.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah, I changed that name.
Isn't that something? Wow. So once you changed it,
No, I would have not left the band. The guy named Lincoln took the band, and he kept it going right now today, but always something going.
still chaos.
And I tell this person, so names are real and names are freaks.
Yes, yes, they do.
No, good chaos. How about that? Sometimes you got to mix
You
and
gotta-
chaos.
Yeah.
But be
Shucks.
honest with you, as we found out, chaos, that's like that dark.
It
Man.
is.
Dark.
It
So-
is. Truthfully.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
That's
Everything
right.
came out of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's just how you.
Name.
But it's
name.
funny because back then, I didn't know that.
Right.
Chaos. I just read that name, so it might have been something that in me, the
Yeah.
journey I supposed to take.
Right.
You understand? What I'm saying?
That was
Absolutely.
giving you that tough skin. You
That's
needed
right.
that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. To get through the chaos.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
All right,
That's
so that's
right.
cool. Well, thank y'all for coming.
I said, hey ladies, hey sexy. Now, look, I want to look over there. Oh, there's some fine little bodies over there. When I look over there, oh, there's some sweet little bodies over there. When I look back there, oh, there's some fine little bodies over there. My boy, when I look over there, oh, there's fine little bodies everywhere. Where they at? There they go. 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 Summer Hill. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Tommy Dog. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Detroit Farm. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Prosecutor. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Uptown. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Central Quarters. Where they at? There they go. Landover. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Main Man. There they go. Where they at? There they go. Market Wheels. Where I'm a freak for your body. Your body, your body, your body. I'm a freak for your body. Your body, your body, your body. I'm a freak for your body. Your body, your body, I'm a freak for your body. Your body, your body. Hey, look. I'll simply because you're there. You know what? I'm a freak for your body. Simply because you're there. You know what? I'm a freak for your body. Simply because you're there. You know what? I'm a freak for your body. Simply because you're there. You know what? I'm a freak for your body. Here we go, baby. When I do nigga high school, on that baby groove, I was so proud of you. I said, big all night long and long. Blue tail fruit. Simply because you're there. You know why? Because I'm a freak for your body. I'm in the mood to love. I'm simply because you're there. You know why? Because I'm a freak for your body. I'm in the mood to love. I'm simply because you're there. You know why? Because I'm a freak for your body. Simply because you're here. You know why? Because I'm a freak for your body. Hey ladies, I said hey sexy. And now look, when I look over here, there's some fine little ladies right here now. When I look over here, there's some fine little sexy right here now. When I look back there, I see some fine little ladies over there now. When I look over there, there's some fine little ladies right here. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where where they at? Because where you at? Jackie, where's he at? Jennifer, where's he at? Miss Renee, where he at? Big Daddy, where he at? Boss Larry, where you at? Montana, where you at? Boss Pete, where you at? Street Louise, where's he at? Aviva, where he at? 640, where he at? Uptown, where you at? Sweet Dion, where he at? So I'm free for your body, your body, hey, your body, hey, your body. I'm free for your body, your body, hey, I'm sorry, body, your body. I'm free for your body, your body, your body, your body. I'm free for your body, your body, your body. Yeah. All right, fellas. With me. Hey, soldiers. I said, with me. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas. Hey, soldiers. My goodness, they don't need us doing that part. Yeah, they don't need us doing that part right there. You know what I mean? Look at here. Listen here. I want all ugly people in the house be quiet. I said all ugly people in the house be quiet. I said all ugly people in the house be quiet. All ugly people in the house be quiet. side. That's Drug Phone 2. It's on my side. And Charlie and Thurman. It's on my side. I made a whole Montana. It's on my side. I made that Cook. It's on my side. I made Sean and Marcel. It's on my side. And Leroy Parker. It's on my side. I made my main man Cook. It's on my side. Guy and Bigger. It's on my side. I made Block of Paradise. It's on my side. And Keith and Pickett. It's on my side. Shake your bacon, Melvin Miller. It's on my side. And my man Snapchat. It's on my side. And my man Larry. It's on my side. And Gil and Brick. It's on my side. And my man Al. It's on my side. And my man Will. It's on my side. Don't forget your mama. It's on my side. And the whole service quarter. It's on my side. And my man Charles. It's on my side. And my man Mark. It's on my side. And Sophie Petey. It's on my side. And my man Lando. It's on my side. I say 641. It's on my side. And Heather Jamal. It's on my side. And Sabrina too. It's on my side. And Spuzzy and her crew. It's on my side. Just Porter Honey. It's on my side. And the Six Fat Honey. It's on my side. And my man Big Head. It's on my side. Oh, that's because Tosha got me shook up, connected with my hook up. You know what? Here we go again. Another death tale. No, there's only one go-go. This goes for more. You ain't got the door, so what you gotta come for? Hey, go-go, it's only one go-go. This goes for more. You ain't got the door, so what you wearing the gun for? Hey, get mad. Hey, get mad. Just one. Look it up. I've been rocking and stopping, never do a talking. My name is Robin Roddy, never ever do a mobbing. Do this together, you know I don't lock it. The whole celebrity hall, let me hear you say, put it in the pocket. 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 Put it in the pocket. Get your pocket. Put it in the pocket. Stop it! Now make it! Lock it! The rabbit fat lightning. He said me with the hook up. I said that rabbit fat ready to lock it down crew. He come up here just to prove it with you now. I ain't never rap yesterday. And also going out my man Fat Jack. Come on, brother Gil. And where's my main man? What's my main man with the Biz? Big, yeah, where's Big at? Yeah. I ain't never yesterday good to see all y'all. And my main man Boo and also brother Day Day and KK and Day Day and also people in the Dirty South Play School yesterday. Now, y'all ready? Put it in the pocket. Big it out. I feel it. I love it. I'm going down this one part. I feel it. I love it. I feel it. I love it. I feel it. Love it. Love it.
Pump it up. Yeah. Pump it up. Yeah. Pump it up. I feel it. I love it. I feel it.
Going out to my man Super Dave and Big Boss Macho. And all of that big bad Landover crew, my man Heavy. And big man, yes indeed, Lil Tick. And all of the Who. T Street crew. A&T. Oh, got some of the A&T crew in here. Also going up to the 640 posse. Mike. All right, hang in there, Mike. And all the Summit Hill students in here, too. My man Fast Big Boss Tony, Sweet Jennifer and Jackie. And Miss Ducky, who still ain't got nothing coming. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also going up to Sweet Dion and Miss
Welcome back. We was out just chopping it up, taking pictures during what we're doing our break. But we have a next guest coming up. We talk. Tosha.
Yes.
Pronounce your last name.
Potter.
Potter. Okay, I was saying
Like
Potter.
Potter.
Like the Potter house.
Yes, like the Potter's house.
She says she does a lot of things, right? Let me put it. How
y'all doing out there today? I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so her name is Tosha Potter, and he does so much. We're going to talk about, the Indians and who are the indigenous as original people of this land. But like I say, she's into travel. Then she put out a list of all the things that she was into. Talking about a busy person. Make me gotta step my game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's a good thing. So she's got her bloodline is Indian. She's a real Indian, just like I'm a real Indian.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what I want to ask you, Tosha.
Yeah.
I know my grandmother, my great grandmother, Cherokee Indian.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about my grandfather's side, but I know about my grandmother's side. So I had that bloodline in me. So by you having the bloodline in you can claim Indian.
Yes.
Old Indian. Yeah, because your people was here, run on blood.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was just something, I clear up quick. So tell the people who you are and how you got into the whole I'm Indian, we're from here. You know what I'm saying? Just give them a dress, and I'm gonna jump in there here and there. And I had another question. I'm gonna put the question out. You might answer later on, because as we got to talking, I was like, damn, now I see why they did. You remember the Redskins?
Yeah.
And they changed the name. All them years, them Indians, they was fighting to get it changed. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I was kind of like was on their side too. Like, somebody say, I don't like to be called a nigga. Nah, we don't. Mm-hmm. They don't like to be called a Redskin. I was like, right. Okay. So that's the way they explained it to me. But once I thought about it, after I'm finding out all this new stuff, the woods be pulled from off our eyes. What I think what came to me was, if you look at that logo on the Redskin,
right,
that Indian is black.
Yes, sir.
Brown skin. I got the pictures in my phone, and it's on the helmet, right? So when you see the Indian and the Indians, they came. The Redskins. If I wrote it in my other book, but I left the other book at home. They was founded I think it was 19 something. They wasn't even called a Redskin. But some years later, 1933, I remember that. That's when they became Redskin. And back in 1933, then they put that Indian up there. They knew who the real Indians were.
That's right.
That's why they put that Indian there. So all them years, them people looking at that face and saying, they don't look like us. They hate that face.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept fighting it until they end up changing their name to the what their name
Commanders.
Is? The Commanders. Right? And then when I Googled it, they said the Commanders was back in 1933. The Commander wasn't back in 1933. The Commanders just came about. It was the Redskins in 1933. but that's how they change history.
Right.
You feel me?
They keep doing it.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, but the truth is out, cats out the bag, and it is what it is. You want to know, you don't want to live a lie because you already know. You heard what Trump said. They don't mean, he told me I'm not the real image, don't look like that.
Right.
We know the truth,
We
but
know
if they can, wipe it out of history,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna happen. So I just had to say all that. I ain't want time to get away
Yeah,
and slip. But go ahead and tell the people who you are and what you got there in the book and just talk to them, educate.
Wow. Well, you're about to be very, very well educated. Again, bringing you greetings.
Go
We
ahead.
want to thank the Creator for allowing me to be here today. Thank you so much, Ghost, for inviting me. It was truly meant that we met on that second floor,
Right.
even though we met on the third floor.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
Go ahead.
Spirit told me to
Yeah.
holler at you when we was upstairs,
Yeah.
but everybody was talking to you, right?
Yeah.
Then I didn't do it. But then when you popped up downstairs, I was like, I gotta introduce myself. We gotta hook up.
Right.
So gave us a second chance. So
Mhm.
now we did. And we're gonna have some other stuff going on, like you say, a lot of stuff.
Lot. So let me start where I'm at right now. I'm Tosha Carter, but I'm married to Jerry Potter. So Jerry Potter is my husband, so that's why my last name is Potter. But we're here to talk about the Carter family. And if you're a Carter, then you are a very pivotal person.
Something you said the Carter family. I thought about Lil Wayne. I thought about
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The Carters and all this.
Uh-huh.
That might be down
All
the
them
road,
Carters, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were the people that had the largest amount of free colored. And there's a reason why I say free colored, not free Negroid or free blacks, because we were the colored people that were here, which were the indigenous folks.
Right.
So, it's a long story, and I don't like to get into all those stories, but when they got here, they wrote letters back to the Queen and said, these people, they look black. They don't
Right,
look
yeah.
like who we thought they were. These people are of dark copper skin tone, like the same color as me and this brother right here.
Right.
And they wore, the feathers and all of this stuff. Nowadays we just do this for a little show because they kept it from us
Yeah,
for
but
many
a lot of
years.
stars, man, they've been claiming.
Yeah, they claiming. Chris Brown said he was from Monkey, and he made a little statement, little claim. So
But it's true. If we're not from Africa, we gotta be.
we from America, y'all. We from here.
Because I always thought, I'm like, damn, we don't look like Africans.
We don't look like Africans.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my great grandmother told us she was Blackfoot family.
And then the mountains,
Right.
and pyramids, they discovered that they covered
All up through West Virginia and all up through the back ways, Ohio and all of that. I mean, they look like mountains, but they're really pyramids.
Yeah,
And so they found a miniature Sphinx in the somewhere along the trail from Ohio to going like into Oklahoma. So I know it's a big old story, but
they say you can walk. This dude, first I heard say it was years ago. His dude's nickname was Doctor. It was Kilo Side. Then Rashad Jamal to this day. They was like, you can walk from Africa to America.
you
They
can.
used to cut through like backside of Mexico. See, they lied about Earth.
They've been lying about so much stuff, how the lands are connected. And so when you take your flights, they don't tell you that they really are flying you in a circle. So you don't know that you're about
so
to land. So you think,
far.
you're going far,
Now,
but really,
the palace even tell.
yeah,
And then when they say you can go straight across,
you
why
can.
you got us going all this extra?
Right.
So like I say, this age of words.
I think it's
Right.
12 hours away.
Well, if you paid attention in social studies and in geography, you would know when you fold that map back together, Virginia, DC, and Maryland, it connects right to Africa. It fits right in there. I mean, it's a clean fit. In some other places too, when you bring it all back together, you'll say, wow, it's like the center. We're like in the center.
And like you just said, it was connected. I didn't know. I ain't even like y'all.
Right.
We on paper.
Yeah, we was making paper airplanes and showing off and stuff like that because they wanted us to do that. They didn't really want us to pay attention, but I paid attention because of my great grandfather and because of my father. And they would tell us not just stories, but they had documentation of who we were.
Right.
And so
See, your lane is they kept it.
they kept
A
it.
lot of people didn't. I just know my great grandmother Indian. That's with the good hair.
Yeah.
And that's all we
I got
Swing,
good hair
you know?
underneath this.
Yeah.
I tell people, I take my wig off and show my little curly hair.
Yeah.
But you know, nowadays we wear wigs and lashes and
Yeah,
all of
but we
the
try to look like
yeah,
this.
style. But underneath
Man,
this,
it's
my hair
like
is very
What I
curly.
knew as a kid, because of the stories our great grandmother told us, there's no way Christopher
Columbus.
what's his name?
Columbus
Yeah.
and
There's no
John
way he
Smith
could
and all
have
of them.
discovered this land because of the stories she used to tell us. It just
But they
didn't
say
make
he
sense.
came here. We was here. He left and told his people about us, and then that's when they came back.
Right.
And we let them in and
Right.
about the Thanksgiving and all that. And they came back. That's what they did.
And they
Took over.
took a lot of us out.
So
So
I'm trying.
you trying to read that, right?
I'm trying to sneak and read.
You trying to
I'm like,
read a
what
little bit of
We're
something.
gonna let you do it.
I'm
Okay.
sneaking in.
So we're going to talk about the Carter family of Vienna, Virginia, which is Tyson's Corner, McLean, that leads into Langley. Okay, that whole
Right.
area. And so just let me start right there. I want to give a special props out to my father, Graylin Carter, where, you know, he keeps our history alive. He continues to tell people who we are. And so when he taught us growing up, everybody, it went in one cousin ear and out the other, but I sat there and I listened. Even though I was a show off and stayed in the corner, I
Right.
still listened and understood what was going on. And now I'm the one that's carrying on the
Right.
family history, not
Mhm.
orally, because I had someone just write up a documentation that said this stuff was oral, but this stuff was actually documented down in paperwork and hidden in Fairfax County Courthouse of who we were. Now I've got all the freedom papers for my ancestors from the 1700s.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not going to say whose names was on it, but I will
Right.
mention General George Washington. And they made
said George
sure
Washington?
General George Washington, he was a part and a real reason why I'm still here, because we come from the Tuxtenic Doe tribe. And so there are markers down in Quantico, down in Dumfries, Woodbridge, on the Absco with
Mhm.
the name Doeg on it, or Doe. So it is not oral history. This is documented that these were the people that were here. And thank you to him. You know, even though people talk stuff, but he made sure that the little girls and some of the little Native American boys
Mhm.
were hidden. And he wasn't the only one. The Quakers did the same thing. And they hid some of the chiefs and the kids and
Right.
grandkids. So I come from Keziah Powhatan. She was the great grandniece of Chief Powhatan. And that is the reason why we owned so much property out of the McLean and Tyson's Corner area, all up through there. We have maps that have the Carter name on it when slavery was before slavery. So why is our names on a map if we're black? That ain't real. If we
Right.
were slaves, how would the name be on a map?
Right, right,
Because we
right.
were not slaves.
Right.
We were the indigenous folks of this
Say that again.
land. We were the indigenous folks of this land. And we have documentational proof. And so this book is a proof, and it says black, because, you know, they have to say that we're black. But this is the Carter family book that is from out of Vienna, Virginia, which is Tyson's Corner, McLean. And it talks about Keziah Carter. And I will read this to you. It talks about how she was the great grandniece of Chief Powhatan, and she married Robert Carter, which is my 4 times great grandfather. And so I
Wow.
told my uncle that I would say, you know, the Carter men,
Right.
because if you know who your father is, that's who you come from. You come from his sperm cell.
Right.
So Robert Carter married Keziah Powhatan, and her name changed over to Hatton because she didn't want people to come and murder her
Right.
family members because of who she was.
Right.
So she married Robert Carter, which was his identity was obscured. That's all I'll say. And then when she married him, she became Keziah Carter. And then Keziah Carter begat, and Robert Carter begat Robert Carter II. Robert Carter II begat Charles Henry Carter. Charles Henry Carter begat Joseph Carter. Joseph Carter begat Charles Carter Jr. And then Charles Carter Jr. begat my father, Graylin Carter.
Oh my
So that's
God.
4 times.
Right, right,
Okay,
right.
so from Keziah Powhatan, she is my 4 times great grandmother. So people would ask me, how?
because they were Sanitarian.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop right there because you're gonna have to watch my documentary. Why I look the way I look,
Right,
and
right,
I ain't
right,
gonna
right.
tell you my age. I might tell it in a documentary because
Right.
we're doing a
No,
documentary.
but
on a
I'm just
documentary.
saying that's amazing because
And then Graylin Carter begat Tasha Carter Potter, which I'm
Reason-
sitting before you
and
right
the reason why
now.
I'm saying it's amazing is
And Glenn
because
Carter begat Audrey Carter and Glenn Carter Jr. and Juan Carter. So I did make sure that I told my Uncle Glenn, since we are in those pictures, it's me, my father, and my Uncle Glenn, my father, Graylin Carter.
yeah, because what I noticed, a lot of people be going to them different people that do your history, woo, 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 and they be from here, but they be having, come to see. They've made jokes about it.
Yeah.
One guy said he sent some rat in, and they told him his rat was from
China.
somewhere different. You know, right? But my thing is, you kept your family. Y'all kept y'all.
Well, they
roots. And how
did.
many
The
people-
town of Vienna kept us, and they put in 2021. They did a whole dedication marker ceremony
And you know what? They
for
probably got.
Keziah Palatine.
They probably got that on everybody because I remember my mother when we was growing up.
You gotta research it.
It was some people.
What's your last
We
name?
grew up in my last name McRae, but we grew up in ghetto, basically, right?
That's where they put y'all.
Right, and every year these people would call my mother and ask questions, and they would send her a little check for the information. And then after that, when I got grown, they wanted to follow me.
Right.
So a couple of times, I think we get $100 or something. I get on
Because they
the
be
phone
keeping tabs on
and
you.
ask questions, right? So you got to a point. I'm working and stuff. I say, these people always in our business.
Yeah.
No, we ain't telling them shit. And
Right.
so we
Don't
stopped.
tell them.
Then the lady kept calling like she was gonna make. I said I had to damn near cuss out. Don't call my effing phone no more. It ain't none of your business. And then she started calling my wife, and I told my wife, look, don't, because I knew something had to be up. We telling people we don't even know all our personal business
Right.
for $100.
Right.
That was their way of keeping tabs on.
Right.
You feel
So
me?
I normally don't tell them anything but what's in this public book right here, because if they want to know anything else in 2027, the documentary will be complete. We're going to do it this year. We have begun just one interview, and then I did an interview, which kind of sort of doesn't count, but it counts. And I'm a full sales student. So I'm going to tell you right now, I made 105 in intellectual property. So
Okay.
if you come back and you try to steal any of my stuff, because I done already been through everything you've been through. Someone took my TV show and I sent them the script and I sent them the information and did a pitch, and they did a commercial, and the head guy sat at a board table and his whole back was turned like this all the way to the back, and the people were looking at him and they pitched my script to him. But guess what? Creator and Spirit made sure that none of those people were able to be with that network any longer, because Spirit don't like when you steal people's ideas and stuff.
Right.
Because that's something that
That's
comes from
your
out of our
access.
womb.
They
Yeah,
get
so, yeah, and not just that. That was a whole nother TV show. That was something different. So
Right.
I've been doing television, for a long time, and I've been in the entertainment business since 1999. And so I started out with a gospel rap group, but I came from the streets. Yeah, I used to hit the backs all the time, hit the meat Raj and all that. That was back in the days. But then, times change. And then you grow up.
Do you sing or anything?
I don't sing.
Okay.
I don't rap. I write TV shows and create TV shows, and I pitch them.
Okay.
And they
cool.
work. So I had a TV show on Fox My TV Richmond from 2007 to
So
2012.
let me ask you this too. That's why I told y'all she do a lot.
I do
so
a
I'm
lot.
here learning too.
So much.
So you hear about in Hollywood, you come up with these great ideas and pitch them. So how do you pitch them from here?
Now you don't. You create it on your own and get it on a copy. You actually create it, do a version of it, like a video version of it. Make it. Don't
Man,
tell
you
it
got
to
AI.
make it
AI
and do
can
a
help you.
promo.
AI
That's
don't do-
that's even sketchier. So if you could just do a small promo and basically give the not just an idea, because you really can't copyright an idea, but you can copyright the video part of it.
Mhm.
So that's a little tip that you can go
That's
out
like
and
proof.
it's proof, like how you can write a script and mail it to yourself and never open it. So
Yeah, we
that
did
way,
that back in the day.
yeah,
with,
that still exists,
with
you
music.
all. with music and with TV shows, writing out, because anything written.
They call that the poor man's copy.
Poor man's copy through the Library of Congress.
And that was before we even had these internet. So now,
right.
you
can still do it.
You can. I don't know if you can use it, call it law, but you can document stuff with these phones. Whenever, like I'm recording this,
that's yours.
Give me a date and the time, and
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know if you can use it in a court of law, but that's proof that
you can.
If
someone went and took your podcast and redid it and talked about anything that you had on here other than this, because I've already trademarked Keziah Powhatan. So let me tell y'all what I did, because that's what Jay-Z did. He trademarked himself.
Okay.
So that's why he came back and sued some folks. So I trademarked Keziah Powhatan's name. So if you utilize anything or sell anything with her name connected to it, you're going to be sued. So I made sure I did register her name and register anything connected to Keziah Powhatan, to Keziah Carter, and to Keziah Hatton, because those were her 3 surnames.
Okay.
Her maiden names and her married name.
See, that's important.
It's very important.
That's important to know, because some people would think it's just important to patent your name,
right?
But not your ancestry. I got so many questions.
Me too.
Let you go.
Let me ask
I want you to tell the people later, how can they, if they want it, how could they get a book like this about their family?
Oh, wow.
And mine was similar to that. Mine was, there's a whole lot of people like me sitting at home, know I got Indian in my blood. Where will I go about start? Because, like I just said earlier,
the local library.
You can't believe these people, and they will go and they would say, oh, your ancestors from somewhere else, and it ain't.
Come to Manassas, Virginia. I'm going to tell you about Manassas. When President Obama first got inaugurated where did he bring his speech in? In Manassas, right? He told Hillary, I'm taking you to the battleground. Why did he do that? Anybody know? I'm going to tell you why he did it, because that's where Stonewall Jackson and General Lee said, we lost too many good men. The war is over. We can't fight anymore. So they sent a letter to Lincoln and said, we can't fight no more. We on Bull Run Mountain. We can't fight. We can't lose any more good men. It's over. And so slavery ended at the Battle of Bull Run in Manassas, Virginia, what some people call M City, where you hear the name on the go-go's where they be like South Boys.
So when you go to Manassas, you say go to the library.
Go to the library. We have a free database.
For some of these people too, you might not have to ride physically. You might can pull it up on the internet.
Oh no, you can catch the VRE there from Union Station.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can get on that VRE.
I'm just trying to be lazy, man.
It's $7, y'all.
Yeah,
$7. Come on down. It's gonna take you. Look, the VRE gonna let you out in front of the museum, and when you get off the VRE, you're gonna see the museum right in front of you. Bow. You're gonna walk in there and say, "Can I go into the African American Studies Center? And I want to look up my last name for my family."
Wow. So now, if your last name is what your last name is, because a lot of
you got your last name from the slave master that owned the family prior, and with us, because we were free people of color, we took on the name of King Carter.
Yeah, and the thing is, for me though, I got my father last, right? But my grandmother was my mother's mother. That's when the Indians come in.
We're gonna look it up. You're gonna give me your name, and we're gonna research it together. And we're going to find out who you are.
Because when that money come down through
and we're going to find out who you are.
My last name Filson, but my great-grandmother used to tell her name, and they was Blackfoot. She said her name, before she married my great-grandfather, her name was Carl.
Okay.
From the South. She came from South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina, North Carolina was real heavy.
We know that it was a lie.
Those black people down there, they got benefits.
That's what I'm saying. So
Native
my
American
thing is,
benefits.
If they gave them $5 Indians land and money, right?
Them $5 Indians.
And then they come to find out that they're the Native Americans, not really the Indians. You need to give us some land and some money. You feel me? So, I mean, because they living on our land.
Well, they just built a whole casino on Dogue land out in Quantico, and they didn't even ask anybody were they Dogue and did they want to participate. So I'm Doeg. I stood up and told Prince William County that I was Tuxinic Doeg and I come from Keziah Powhatan. When the lady said we are officially going to make Prince William County an indigenous state, this was about 3 years ago. they needed someone to stand up and make a claim. That was me.
Mhm.
I went
Okay.
live on my Facebook page in 2021, and the American Indian Society of Washington, D.C. asked me to come. They asked my dad, but he kind of got lost and couldn't make it there. But I told them I come from Keziah, Powhatan, and Prince William County. You're behind because Fairfax County has already set a day for us to have a marker in Fairfax County in Freedom Hill Park with Keziah Powhatan's great grandchildren, which is my grandfather Joe Carter
Wow.
and his other brothers Robert Carter and then Alfred Carter and all of them. So they're all on that marker in Tyson's Corner. And so you'll see love you, Granddaddy Joe. I know they don't really want us to talk about this because they didn't know if somebody was going to come back and try to do anything.
Ain't
to
nobody,
us.
we don't read them terms and conditions.
But they ain't coming into our hoods or anywhere that we
they-
live or
See what happened?
yeah.
Them Nazis,
The Nazis
came
came in, they ran them
neighborhood.
up out of there.
So there's a new day and time, but I wanted to say something leave my mind real quick. We were talking.
Okay. We was talking about you looking up your ancestral background.
Yeah, and I wanted to say I know how to read signs, but when you see all these celebrities, people that make money,
Mhm.
I'm saying Snoop Dogg in Indian outfit, right?
Yeah.
Music about it. I'm saying all these.
I showed up on the
Celebrities.
set with my Powhatan
So when you
sweatshirt on.
start seeing them claiming it, they done heard some shit that we probably ain't even heard.
Right.
That's coming down the
But
pipe.
they've been researching it.
Yeah, and they had the money and shit to do it. And they probably true. They probably got Indian in their blood. So now it's like,
I know Chris Brown does because he's
I
around.
know this
that
guy.
area.
I don't know him personally, but I'll be watching him on YouTube. I'm trying to think his name, but he actually formed a tribe.
You can
And
reform your
you
tribe.
can join his tribe for a fee, but
Right,
they
the
got
dues.
land now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go up under other people's tribe, but I really like to be on
Do
the
your own.
right tribe.
Do your own, because we about to
Yeah.
hook up with all of us, because we're in the look. I got the woman. She's from out of Canada, and she knows the whole process
Right.
of how to not just so if you can't get into Canada, you could get in there with saying I'm Native American and having a card. So they came here to America to prove that they were Native American. So
Mhm.
how's that work?
Right.
Canadian Indians came here to Washington, D.C. to get their card, to go back to Canada to present it to the Canadian government.
Wow.
So this woman I met at that same Indigenous Day when Prince William County made official Indigenous Day back in 2021, that
Right.
you can go and you could do the paperwork. If you could trace your name down, paper trail.
His name
not
is Brother
oral.
Yuso. That's what. But
I want to make that
he
correction.
did it.
Not
Yeah, he
just
tried to
oral, paper trail right here.
Proof.
Make it
Proof.
seem like it ain't really hard. You just
Yeah,
gotta
it's not
go
hard.
through the
We have a bloodline trail as well.
Right.
So it ain't just bloodline, it's DNA and bone marrow. My dad did his bone marrow, and his bone marrow, if they was to trace it to the bones that they found in the ground, it would come back saying there's a lot of matching markers here.
Yeah.
And so that's how you would know that you're connected.
So-
I won't
so-
go deep into that.
So
though.
we got all that right. So do you know your real Indian name? Because these names we name
They
it like
kept it
Carter
from
and
us.
stuff. That's not so they kept it from
They
you.
kept it from us. So we do know there's some other names out there that the white man tried to give us, like Aurora, stuff like that, like the made up names like Pocahontas. His real name is Mathoica.
Yeah.
And they try to, Sacagawea, they try to give, and we're not even saying it right.
Right.
So even like
That's
me,
not
I'm not
even
saying
pronounced.
tuxing it right.
Wow.
And so when some girl came to me a couple months back and said, "Oh, it's not pronounced doeg, it's pronounced dog," and I said, "Yeah, it's either dog or doeg, like tomato.
Yeah.
So whatever
But
you're
at the end
saying,
of
we
the
don't
day-
speak their tongue because white people could not speak their tongue.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I would tell her if she's trying to basically put
Well,
you
she
in
knew
check
it was
or
the
correct
same
you,
name.
I'd be like, at the end of the day,
My name's Tosha,
don't
but
nothing
people
get
might
realer-
say my
don't
name is
nothing get realer
Tosha
than the
because
blood.
spelled with an O.
don't nothing get. You might got the education, but I got the blood.
I got the blood
How
in me.
about that?
Wow.
How about
This
that?
is-
Oh
this
man,
This is a real. It's amazing.
it's
To
interesting.
meet you, it's very interesting, but it's a very strong. I speak about teachable moments
Mhm.
before, but this is a major
Mhm.
teachable moment,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right?
They're naming a whole library
this is
after the
very
Carter
important.
family in Tyson's Corner, Vienna.
Really.
My
But that's
aunt
what I'm
went down there
saying. That's
and did
why
it. It's
you
all
need
in
to
the
be-
Fairfax
if they using your
newspapers
likeness,
and stuff.
If they using your likeness, your
Right.
Yeah, I need to
You
go
need to
ahead and copy. I
compensate
need to
for it.
And
copyright my
and
face.
see, we could. I would ride right past there. Where I haven't been there for many years,
Mm-hmm.
but I would ride right past the library like this. That's a nice library, and I read the name
Mm-hmm.
just to remember.
You're gonna know you met a Carter.
Look how many
But I-
miles they got
but I-
covered up that we
right.
don't even know about.
Right. a
But
whole bunch
to
of
really
miles.
know why it's there
Right.
is what's important.
Because these were free indigenous people that did not go on reservations.
right.
Oh, okay.
And so we were that road. They called us hostile natives.
Okay.
Oh, we were some hostile people because the whole story that I ain't really even told you about, Keziah Powhatan and her tribe burning down Fairfax County courthouse 2 times,
You
not
gonna
one
come back
time.
and do a
I
part
hope,
two
not
before
one
you go
time,
out
but
of
2
town.
times.
You hear me? Before you got out of town, you gonna come back and do a part two.
Yeah, we
You never know
definitely.
when.
Wow.
Because
She
this
burnt
guy-
that courthouse
this guy
down.
Was in Ohio,
And they had to move it from McLean Tyson's Corner to over where George Mason is.
This guy was in Ohio, and he said some pyramids around here somewhere, and I'm looking, I'm like, you see that big ass hill up there? That whole hill
Wow.
is the pyramid covered up with dirt. And he hollered down, they had this thing, they say pyramid got tunnels, and they had this big round thing. You
Yeah.
look down there, you can see water.
They all in
and
Delaplane
he
and all
hollered,
of that.
and you
Yeah.
hear echo. So,
It's underground tunnels that
Yeah,
lead
lead
all
to
the
the
way
river.
down.
but this right in the hood, and it was in a park.
They got them
had
all in
2
New York
different-
City and all over
covered
in
up,
all of the main spots.
And then they had this other one. Every they tear this building down. Building had red brick, but after they tear it down, behind the brick, it's like marble. And they ain't messed. They ain't tear. They just stopped breaking the brick, and they had the whole marble thing covered up with red bricks that they named something else.
Mhm.
Trying to act like it was here, but them buildings were old. So like I say, the cat's out of the bag.
Well, there's another thing to this where I went to the Woodlawn. That's that photo that you saw where they did that picture with me hugging the lady. And they, giving us, like they did an exhibit. Some student of George Mason did an exhibit on the Dogue tribe, and we met some people there from Bolivia. And the lady said, "Oh, well, the reason why we came is because the name Tuxtenic Doeg or Dogue, whatever you want to say, is in our temples, which are pyramids in Bolivia."
Wow.
And I said, "What?" She said it led them back to here, to where we are at now, because all this used to be one land. So DMV is really DMV. DC, Maryland, Virginia is really all one thing technically and physically. So even though they try to say this is DC, this is Virginia, this is Maryland,
Right.
it's all one land. And then we were all one people, and they just separated us, put people in some on plantations, and some here in reservations, and sent some out Oklahoma, sent some up Canada, and sent some down
I'm
south.
gonna tell you something
Because
crazy.
it's still all connected just
Yeah.
by a sign.
If you connect it, right, Spirit talks to me all my life.
What
And
about your stick you was telling me about? The stick, the staff.
Is it here?
I left that
Oh,
home.
man.
No, what I want to do is really I want to get a picture of that red skin. I think I got a blanket at home, but I'm visioning in my mind. I want to have that big red skin picture right there. I'm looking at you with them. What's those guy right there in the feather?
Yeah.
I'm about to
I
ask you
earned
who
these
got
feathers,
that
y'all.
from, because I got a staff that I was down Haynes Point walking. Spirit told me, pick that up, that's your staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept walking. And he
Right.
said, go back. Pick that up. That's your staff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like talking to myself in my head. I gotta go. I don't feel like saying I can send you from Sonora, send you stuff, like you should pick that stuff. I turned around, picked it up. I took it home. I got 2 of them. I painted. Like that feather's gonna hurt me. So that was just something that came through. And then that night when we was doing our full moon thing, I got a big pit in my backyard. We burned fire. And I had my staff, and I had the thing I wrapped around my head. But I wasn't even thinking. But when I
That was
looked
spirit.
at the picture, I'm like, damn,
You did. I was like, I need to cast. I need to cast you in my documentary. I was going to ask you. I was like, I need to cast him in my
So the
documentary.
point I'm trying to make now is, yeah, I'm gonna start taking more pictures and doing more things like that
Right.
because that's who I am, you know,
Right.
and that's who we are. We
Yeah.
just ain't
Right.
know. Told us we from somewhere else. And,
Truly, you're from right here, and you ain't never left. You
yeah,
always been
and
here. You still
I
here.
started this off to tell you that what happened was, Spirit told me that he said like this: you think America like runs the world, we like one of the big power countries. Then he said, look at Africa. America really is, even Africa bigger than us.
Yeah.
We got more power over here. Spirit told me we was running shit from here. He said, why would we switch up power?
Right.
He said, and I say, damn, this was Obama was president. And he said, look at all the presidents running shit from here. They ain't running shit from over Africa.
Right. They came
Right.
here.
Right.
So
Where's
the
all the
energy-
most data centers
the
at?
energy-
In Manassas, right?
Look, the energy is here,
Virginia.
right? So I said, okay, I agree with it.
Google that, y'all.
So I agree with it, and I just left it at that because it was just me and Spirit talking, right?
Mhm.
So then when I started hearing shit about the Mississippi River, it's the Nile River, right? They got videos over in Africa with them big heads, the statues that they putting over it
Right.
when they was hooked to the back in 1920s.
Well, they was taking the dirt from digging and moving the dams and moving all the waterways and taking the dirt and covering and making the mounds. They was
Yeah.
covering stuff like the
Yeah, it's
pyramids,
like
and they was
knew what they
hauling
was
dirt
doing.
to cover everything up so that and pressing it into the earth so that you can't know that the same objects and the same pyramids, the same statues and all of that are right here in America.
So for a while, all that worked, but now
Now it's coming to light.
it's coming to light because even they were talking about in the Bible when they were talking about but they were talking about 400 years. And 400 years.
The
is up.
dispensation for America has already been over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's over.
So they trying to hold on by
Mhm.
any means necessary. And I don't want to get deep in this. Other
No, I
stuff
already
that know
did
about.
because I'm telling you, I'm going to repost that from my page from about 5 years ago that I put on my page that the American dispensation is over. It was over maybe about 100 years
So
ago.
what do we got to do to call it and to make it happen?
Well, right now, because we're in a digital
We
technical
can talk
age,
all day and drop jewels.
you got to do,
but at the
look,
end of the day, you gotta make stuff happen.
right now we're in a tough spot because we got somebody that's in office that's doing some stuff that we don't know what they really doing. And we don't know why they
But here's
doing
the key.
it, but we know why they doing it for real, for real.
Yeah, because here's the key. They doing some stuff, but they don't know they doing some stuff. Because at the end of the day,
Spirit gonna come back and
Flip it.
consume them.
and it's going to work out in our favor.
Exactly. Oh my
You see what
God.
I'm saying? Because the
You
stuff
on
he's saying out his mouth, he told them up straight up now, y'all not this TV, y'all don't even look like it.
He said it.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, and I don't want to say his
I ain't
name, but
talking
he
about
said
Musk,
it.
I'm talking about the orange guy.
Yeah,
He
all
was
of them
talking.
been saying that we the indigenous.
So if they're
folks.
gonna do all this, stop paying them money, get them up that night. Well, who is the real people? He said that. So now once you say all this, now what you gonna do? Once
Yeah.
we get to that point,
What you gonna
if
do?
you gonna give us rightfully, or we gonna have to take it, or what we gonna do next?
What we gotta do? Come on, y'all gotta stand up. We gotta stand up, right?
You
Well,
know,
get up, stand up.
And that's what Bob Marley
Yeah,
said,
stand up for your right. Hey,
And the
get
other
up.
folks that's mad, y'all been lied to.
Yeah,
We
and told
been
to
lied
shut
to.
up and don't open your mouth and
But
don't
y'all,
say
y'all
nothing.
got y'all sharing y'all cut. I hope you're using it right to flip
Mhm.
it so you keep on living off that.
That's right.
Because you can't go against the word. It's time now.
Yeah, and they got a new generation that want to know the truth and want to spread the truth and want to get the truth out there.
And they not scared.
They not scared.
I seen the
I
guy
ain't scared.
chasing the police out of their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Police were getting up out of Dodge. I don't really
He
wanna
said
say
getting
nothing.
about to die.
Yeah,
But
they
you
was-
know, that's
police
one of
all
the
that
things
about
that
it.
I wanted to also talk about because they be surveillance in the areas to see if you still there, if your people are still in that neighborhood. They want to know if you still right there where they originally placed your people at. So that you might see some unknown cars coming through, be like, oh, okay.
But did you know they say the police actually came about when they freed the slaves, and that was their job, keep us, basically keep us away from other folk.
Yeah,
Because
because
when
before,
they freed us, we ain't had nothing.
yeah. Well, we did. That's what this book says. We had all this property right here, based out of Tyson's Corner, McLean, Vienna, Virginia.
I seen this day and a lot of black women speaking up. He went on a boat ride down south, and the man was reading off, what they had on the boat tour, and she was like, that's a lie.
I can look at
That's
this.
his story.
Yes,
And
please.
she started telling her story, and they was like, ma'am, keep quiet. No, I ain't gonna be quiet. They couldn't shut up. They had their phone on and everything. I'm gonna see if I can get that clip showed to you.
Yeah,
But yeah, she shut them down on that trip.
right.
And I was like, wow,
I got some other ancestral roots that I can't not talk about because it's so deep. We come from the Haley family. Everybody
Talk
knows
about
who
it.
Alex
If
Haley
you don't
is.
talk about it,
No one
who
will
else
know.
gonna talk about it?
So they say that Kunta Kinte is my 8 times great grandfather, my father's 7 times great grandfather, and his brothers and sisters. So that's through the Haley side. So that's a whole nother story.
But
in itself.
I think
They got a statue.
Right?
Right, they were. And so they got a statue for him in Anne Arundel County.
So you got
But they say he's buried out in Orange County, Virginia.
really?
Yeah, that's what they say. He was laid to rest down there because after he kept running and running, there was only one master
And it
that
was
could
this
really
lady.
settle him.
This older lady, they had her granddaughter had her talking,
Kunta Kinte.
had her talking,
I'm from the Haleys.
and grandma was telling all the old stuff that her people told her when she was. It was like everybody noticed this. She said they came, changed the names on the street,
They
all
changed
that stuff.
Well, now my
Put
aunt is
people
out
off
here
the
changing
names.
names in Vienna. She didn't had them change a name from a conservative name from someone that was racist during the Civil War, and they didn't change to Liberty Lane. So, and this is out of Vienna where the metro.
Yeah, they do that. It's like right here in DC.
Yeah.
We know Lincoln Heights, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know all these areas in DC. They came in and they got new names on top of the old names.
Right.
Yeah.
One day, them old names will be gone,
Right.
and it's
They're
just
gonna put something different up there.
They already got it.
They
up
already
there.
got. Oh man.
Yeah, they already did.
They over here
I don't know if they
gentrifying
did
everything
it.
up,
The
doing all
Martin
kind
Luther
of
King
stuff.
Library, they was like they changed it from the Martin Luther King Library to something else. And like we know Malcolm X Park as Malcolm X Park is Meridian Park.
Right, Meridian.
So they just like wiping us.
Right, because that's the Masonic name, the Meridian.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on, and y'all, this is some serious stuff that we're discussing.
It's out of hand. It's out of
hand.
control.
It's out of hand, you all. You
Yeah.
already know.
So we coming up on, we passed time, but it
We
was so
passed
good.
time.
We still got a little more
We
time.
got a
So
little
you
bit of
had
time to
divided-
talk about me
so
and my
you had
husband went to
divided-
Egypt.
Yeah, hold up. I don't know. Because Nico, let's see.
I think we went off.
We went on. We still live
Nico
on
left out the house, and if he was there, I could call him and say, put it back. But he told me he had a run to make. So, hey. But we
So,
here.
But we still
This
live
on-
on somebody's, on
This
your
on my
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still
So you
live on
wanted
the
to
show.
talk about? That was one of my questions too, Tosha. You were saying y'all slept under pyramids.
Underneath the Giza pyramids. And so I'm going to share this on my page later, but me and my husband, we just came up in my cousin David Coleman. He presented to us a travel adventure. And they right out here out of DC, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Drummers and stuff.
Yeah, they based right out of here, DC and Maryland. And
No,
he
we
put us
stayed going.
on. He put us on to this company called the Better Life Company. So, and last year, I mean, they was dripping on me for 4 years, but I was doing so much film. I was doing so much film work that I couldn't just jump in it. And then he sent me some photos, and he was in a 5-star resort. He was like, "Cuz I only paid like $299." Like, ain't no way in the world.
Right.
That ain't real. Black folks, you
That's
gotta
what
see
I
it
was
to believe
saying
it.
when y'all took that trip, and I was
Right. Ain't nowhere in the world that y'all did a trip, and ain't no way. So my husband, even though we went to Cancun, he ain't come out the room because when we showed up in Cancun, he thought he was gonna owe thousands of dollars when you in there, because all of the people that go to those Grand Palladium resorts, they normally pay like $4,500 to $6,000.
That's the overhead all them people put in
Right,
their
and that ain't even a flight. So when we joined the Better Life Company, we ended up, I joined. It was $350 to join. And then that was a one-time fee, and they gave us a trip, an incentive trip to travel anywhere in the world, which I haven't even taken yet because I was so amazed
Right.
by the cost of how much it was costing us to go to Cancun, the Grand Palladium, all inclusive. It was $299.
That's what I'm saying. When y'all get ready to go back to Egypt, I
was
want
like-
to be in that trip.
Yes, I was like, I can't believe this. This is not real. Like, I'm serious. So guess what? We went to Cancun. We went to Chichen Itza. Everybody saw my pictures. And then when we went to Chichen Itza, the tour guy said, these same blocks are at the Giza pyramids. Come on, we just talking about this.
Right,
So
right.
that means that the same blocks that's here in West Virginia is the same blocks in Mexico, that's in Africa, that they call Africa, they here in America.
Yeah.
So how did they get the same stone from, like you said, somebody walked that across, bro?
Right, that's
How
what
they
I'm
get the
saying.
same stone from Africa to Mexico?
Right.
Right.
Ain't no
Truth
way in
will
the
set you
world.
They
free.
ain't fly
So
on
guess what
plane.
we did? Guess what we did? When we left Chichen Itza back in July, we went to Egypt in December, which was a couple months ago.
Right.
So you go on my page, Tosha Potter, send me a friend request or send me something. I'm gonna make it so that you all can see how we went to Egypt, stayed in another 5-star resort. 5 stars, man. When I tell you the jump was drop dead gorgeous, me and him that's when I got him to believe. Because
Right,
they be like, oh no, I don't believe it. But now we went again, $299. Don't include the flight.
Can't beat
But
that.
we did go on our platform with the Better Life Company, purchase flights. Guess how much the flights were? $647 round trip.
Mm.
You can't go to Egypt, fly to Egypt for that amount of money.
Right.
Out of Dulles. We flew out of Dulles. And when I tell you we slept underneath of them pyramids, go on my page. I mean, we
So
opened.
how did it? That's what I wanted to ask when you said it earlier on break, Tasha. How is that done? How is it possible, but how do you arrange something like that?
This guy, David Hart, is his company. And when I tell you that I don't know how they do it. I know how
I
they
can
do
tell you
it.
how they did. Let me say
It's
this.
wholesale dealing. It's wholesale travel.
It's like the people used to do it. They up the price.
Yeah.
So when he got it, he probably ain't try to make all the overhead. 'Cause you know how the economy,
Yeah.
people ain't got money to do this
Right.
and do that. So it had to come down. And he making money for
He's
sure.
making money,
Right.
but we making money too. Because anytime I bring somebody
Yeah, that's what
in,
I'm saying.
I get a little like a referral fee. Just like how if Delta say or Costco say refer your someone, a friend or
Right.
whatever, they give you a little $50 or whatever.
Mhm.
That's the same thing like this. If I refer somebody, I may make $50 or whatever.
Yeah, because
And then that's nothing because guess
some
what?
church
But
do it.
no.
Some churches used to do that. They go on trips.
Right.
They
Yeah.
would work with one company, and I don't know, pastor. I don't know if he was hooked up in it. He probably got his free, but he
Yeah.
got the congregation
Well,
and
you
all the
on
stuff. You feel me?
So that's the business part of it.
That's the business
But
part
what
of
I'm
it.
asking is
Everything is business.
The fun
no,
side.
No, I'm talking about the physical element of how they arrange it where you could sleep underneath. How is it?
Oh,
how is
we
it
booked
orchestrated
we booked
to sleep
the
under?
room out of the website. So you go on to we have 4 platforms and there are different tabs. You go into,
Mhm.
and then once you go into that tab, it'll say World Tour, which is your bucket list, 7
Right.
wonders of the world.
Right.
Then we got Getaways, which is your resorts, which you got your 4 or 5 bedrooms, which is like another way of getting rid of your timeshare
Right.
and now going into the same place that you had a timeshare at. Now you don't have to have a timeshare. You're not paying maintenance fees.
Right.
You're going to the same Silver Lake that you was going to in this platform, or you can go into, now we have all kind of stuff. We got weeks where you could pay $4.99 to stay like a week at some hot destination. And we just added the Maldives. The Maldives cost like $15,000-$20,000, and we got it in there for $5,000
Wow.
for 2 people.
Mm.
And that's if you don't have the membership points to book it down to $2,800.
Mhm.
Like that's not real. And it's the villas. So this is all wholesale dealing, shopping, dining. You talking about this is so good that me and him, we can ready to go to Punta Cana. We just booked Punta
Name
Cana.
some places y'all been already.
So in the 11 months that I've been in this Better Life Company, we done went to Cancun. I went to Hawaii on my own. Then I went to Egypt, and now we about to go to Punta Cana. In the 11, that's 3 trips that I've been on. He went on 2 because he had to work, and so, but he went to Egypt. We went to Egypt in December, which is about 2 months ago. And when we came back, we was like, we got to get out of here again. So in 13 days, we get ready to go on a whole cruise. Them cruises in my back office is like, well, back in 2017, the cruises was running like $2,000. But now we got them for as low as $400. And you could go out of Baltimore now for like $700, 7-day cruises. We got them now. They opened up the port in Norfolk. So now you can go out of Norfolk. So this is so good that we're
Life is good and it will only
Life
get
is
better.
good, man. And so sleeping under the pyramids, I wanted to show you the photo because I told you that I was going to show you the photo of, on my Instagram too.
So this is on my Facebook Live.
This on your
when
Facebook Live.
We're gonna do the friend request thing.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't even find you.
You probably could.
I don't do it but once a
we're
week.
Gonna, yeah. Like,
But we connected, man.
yeah,
Okay,
we connected. Me and him connected.
So we connect.
So we connected, and we want y'all to all get in the Better
Those
Life
you
company.
seen this?
Yeah, I ain't go through a whole page. I just wanted to snap some pictures.
Yeah.
But I seen them in Egypt on
I
the
just
horse,
showed, yeah,
on the not the horse, on
the camel.
the camels. I seen other shots, so it's real. Seeing this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you the live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the live because I know that's like him. My husband out there, he's sitting out. He don't want to even sit in because he don't. He's
like I said, you know how
You
we
already know.
already thought. And when I seen them prices,
man, the prices is so good. It's unbelievable. When you do it, you're gonna be like, yo. And when you see your friends that might be in it from the DC, Maryland area, you're gonna be like, yo, why wouldn't you share this with me?
Well, remember earlier, Tosha, when I was telling the other sisters that, like when I have somebody, if you had 30% of that person's talent,
Right.
who would it be? And they name somebody, Denzel, all these people. It's like, you got this is much talent.
Right.
So, but the problem that I've realized, not a problem with me, I get so consumed with what I only do, which is a lot of stuff.
Right.
Right. But I make myself consumed with it, but I miss some other stuff.
Right.
You see?
Because we so wrapped up in that one thing,
Yeah.
or so we dedicated, because that's how I was. And I said I got to make a calendar because we known for not trying to put anything in the schedule because we want to just go off of memory. So I said I got to put it in a schedule where I can do this. I'm gonna work these TV shows. So this business that I'm in now, guess what? And I ain't gonna say what network I worked with, but with the network that I worked with, I was able to utilize this same business and get rental cars. Like when we went to Hawaii before we did the premiere, and we did we worked and did Hawaii. So if you following reality TV, I'm gonna just say I was in Hawaii doing a reality TV show in October, the end of October. So for those that be into reality TV, you're gonna know what show was in Hawaii in October. And I used this membership to purchase a rental car. And the rental car I had was for 7 days. And I paid $188. Now, when we left Hawaii, we went straight to Sunset Boulevard and they did the premiere. And when they did the premiere, I went and I flew in from Hawaii into LAX and booked another rental car for 5 days for $197. And then I went to a couple of other events that while I was there, and we was able to save so much money because you can't go to look. The young man that was at the premiere, he paid $60 just to take a Uber round, not round trip, but each way he paid $60. That's $120.
right.
But I paid $197 for 5 days for my rental car.
Right.
So when I just was in Orlando and everybody see me on live, I had a Dodge Charger. I paid $33 for that for 3 days.
Wow.
I went and I had about 4 rental cars. Because I was paying like $5 a day for these nights. When I say top of the line rental cars, everybody was watching me on live. So I wanted to show you my live, and I wanted you to say was live, and I'm showing you where I'm in my room. Tap to watch.
I'm thinking if you was a rapper or a singer, when you're in all these different places, to actually shoot videos.
You can. I've been telling my little nephew.
But
I said,
you got to find out what you do.
yeah.
And you do something, and you
I'm in
talk
film.
and all this stuff. And then when you sit back and look at it,
Yeah. So we got some. You on to something because we already know what we doing.
If I was here, I'd be walking over there.
Right, and we did. We went over there.
Walking over, because that's how I would do it. I would
Right.
just, come on, let's go over there, go.
So we're gonna see. I'm gonna let you see all my stuff because then he could. I'm gonna let him share it on my page, and anybody that comes to your page, they could join underneath for you.
Okay.
And we gonna make sure that we put you on. And so here goes some more. Look at me, just this us. Oh, you know me, because you know we all do all of that. So we showing you that we was live. You know, I don't got no makeup on here because I ain't ashamed to show my true skin color.
Right.
Because I know who I am. So if you tap watch live,
Okay.
and it
I
goes,
didn't know you could do that.
yeah, you can do. Look, this our room. This
No.
the room. This I'm coming. This our balcony.
I'm sorry, y'all. I wish we had.
Look, I wish we could show y'all. Look, we're gonna put it on. We'll put it on their page. This is all
Y'all
the
look
jet.
on my page.
We look, we went inside the Giza pyramids, right? And he was like, "Yo, what you got me doing?" Because it was like a shaft. You got to go up in this through the shaft, and
Right.
I didn't ever
And it's
post that
narrow.
video.
It's narrow.
No, this is in Giza.
Okay.
You see all the loves coming up.
Yeah. So the path inside is it narrow?
It's
and then you just
narrow.
squeeze through, right?
Yeah, and when I show you that, you're gonna see it. And that's what I was trying to show you, because I don't mind showing you.
You got so much stuff.
I got so much stuff. Look, I'm gonna show you the where me and him went inside the pyramid, and we telling the people to turn over, like move over. You know? Okay, here it is.
Oh wow.
I'm saying, excuse me. Oh no, not that one. Oh wait a minute, that's J Beans and wait a minute, which one? Oh, here it is. So this
They
is
had
the
to make
shaft.
the pathway. They had to
Yeah,
make that.
and they got oxygen tanks in there so that you could be able to breathe.
Right.
And
They had to
J
make
Beans
that.
had a whole bunch of waters.
Wow.
And so watch me tell the guy to turn over.
Gotta turn sideways.
Right.
And no, you can't breathe with it. You gotta have some kind of
real?
so you gotta have water.
See, if they
No,
was
it's
in
like
the
being
tomb-
in a tomb.
in the tomb. Yep, that's
Oh,
what
really?
they say.
The
'Cause They
pyramids
would
is a
die.
tomb.
They would die in there if they
Yeah.
were too long.
So somebody whoever created this, I don't know if they had some kind of an oxygen thing going out. I don't know how they did it.
See, it's a
Yeah.
tomb under there.
It's a tomb, man. I'm trying to tell you. So
Because
when we
if
got
they
up to the
stayed in
top,
there too long.
this is us in the top. Look, this is me. I'm short. So you
Right.
know the Egyptians were short people because the people
Right.
welcomed
Yeah,
me.
and a lot of times
They
too.
were 5 feet.
Yeah, and I'm 5 foot.
But I seen somewhere, I don't know where they was at. These people was in a pyramid.
Telling people to
tomb,
turn sideways.
And they made where they can live down in them zones. Man, I'm like,
Where-
they ain't
where?
even supposed to be in them zones.
This is amazing.
This is so amazing, y'all.
I wish
Look, the
they could see this.
the people there was like, "Welcome
Don't worry.
home, my sister." The man, I said, "Well, I did I was being sarcastic. I said, yeah, well, the people were saying that this is the Middle East, and where we at in Babylon," and I was just being joking with him, and he said, "No, I'm a black man in Africa." That's what the Egyptian guy said to me, and he said, "Welcome home, sister." So when I did that,
Right.
guess what he did? They made sure I got a picture on the side of that Giza pyramid.
Right.
That's this picture right here.
Mhm.
That's how powerful it is
Yeah.
when you come back.
Now I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy.
Oh man,
If
look
you
at that
go on
photo
my
right
page-
there.
Because they know who they are.
Look at that.
But if you go on
He
my
told the
page-
white lady to step back. The
That's
security.
cool.
He
Right.
said, get down, move back. He said, she like, why? He said, move out the way. No step on there. Like speaking to her.
Yeah,
And
right.
then my guide, he took and pulled me up on the side of this pyramid. And my husband, of course, that's out there, let him
Mhm.
pull me up. I mean, we was taking so many
I'm
photos
gonna
on
tell
the
you something
side.
that's crazy.
It was
Yeah.
About
bananas.
2 weeks ago.
That's deep.
2 weeks ago,
Because they
I
know
was
who they are.
online.
Yeah, they know who you are. They know
Yeah.
who you are.
2 weeks ago, I was online, right?
That's how real this is, y'all.
And these people, I didn't even know the people. I was
And we
online.
going back in October, y'all. We going back to Egypt in October. So if y'all want to go to
October, my
Egypt,
birthday. That's my plan.
oh man,
But check this out. I was online.
you gonna fit right in.
And these
Why?
people was driving down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude was driving, and I thought they was just, in some town. But when he bent the corner, they like high on the hill, in a distance, you see them big ass pyramid.
Right.
He was like,
Mm.
wow.
Guess
And
where we
when I
going
seen
after that?
That don't just.
We
like,
going
did
to the
something
next
me.
one. Guess what? We going to the next spot.
Cool.
Guess where we going? Bolivia.
Okay.
Because we hitting all the what? The temples. All you worshipful masters out there, did you hit all the temples yet? Did
Right.
you go to it? No, you do the pyramids and stuff, but have you ever really been to one and been inside of one? Get out there and go. Come on, y'all
But you got me
PMs
seeing that
and
on the
worshipful
phone, that
masters.
don't like-
Y'all
I'm
black
whoa.
Masons out here in
Mass,
DC,
you see
Maryland, and
them do it
Virginia.
like, get over that
Come
jump
on.
right on it.
Tasha,
Come on.
Tasha
How you
going
want
in.
curry?
Tasha going in.
How you want curry?
There you go. Tasha
Hey,
be
Look,
going
I
in.
used to hit the
How you
ibex.
want curry?
Used to hit the meat rock.
How you gonna
Used to hit the dungeon and the black hole.
What's up?
But now we hitting the pyramids. How you want curry?
Tasha going in.
Hey man, hey, come on, what you want to do? You want to stay in the Go-Go's your whole life, or you want to go back to Africa?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, I'm gonna see y'all tonight. I'm gonna go hit MLB tonight on Woodbridge. We saw him the other night, right? We saw him the other night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out and support y'all with the drums. You know, I always do because y'all my people.
Go-go
Oh, of course. I grew up on go-go. I love go-go.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to be in the fields.
Come on, beating on the drums.
Now it's just electronic. But
Now
now still beating on that
Now my
cowbell.
mentor, I'd be remiss if I don't mention my mentor, Ray Fauntleroy, which is Walter Fauntleroy's brother. And I would like for him to, if we could get him on the podcast before he leave the city, we got to get him on. That's it. If I say come on, he gonna come because I just had dinner with him.
I would love that because
before I met y'all, I had dinner with him.
When I was little, growing up, man, so support Fauntleroy had a church was 9th Street, 7th Street.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the night before we met.
Yeah, because he used to run. What he used to do? He used to do something.
Politics. Well, he was Dr. King's best friend.
Okay, he used to be everywhere. He used to come.
Yeah, Walter Fauntleroy. Yeah, he was big in politics.
He was a council member.
Yeah, he was a council member.
That's what I'm saying.
That's his brother right here.
All the time.
This is right before we met. That's the same day before I came. I told you that's why I was late.
That's him. Right.
Yeah, that's Ray Fauntleroy. Yeah, that's Ray Fauntleroy. He has an award for being the driver for Dr. King during the March on Washington.
Fauntleroy still living?
Yeah.
He's just old right
Yeah, they old.
He ain't in the camp.
Yeah. You know, their brother used to get their news used to post that their brother did the little birthday celebration.
Oh, okay,
the
cool.
drive-through birthday celebration.
Yeah,
we're gonna bring him. We're gonna try to bring him on before he leaves. So that I'm talking about not Walter, but Ray. We're gonna try to bring him on before he leaves, so he could spit some knowledge because that's who's been teaching me about me, who helping me. He actually introduced me to J. Winter Nightwolf, and J. Winter Nightwolf introduced me to the American Indian Society of Washington,
I already
DC.
know about this, but just like you met that lady you called the other day,
and guess who? How I met Jay? I met Jay Winter Nightwolf at Dick Gregory's homegoing at Glen Arden Baptist Church when they did his homegoing. He got up there and spoke, and he had brought all these Native Americans that I had never seen before. And we had did the little interview with Roland Martin, me and Ray, and then I took a photo of him and Dr. King's son, and they made people move out the way to come over there just so that they could take this picture. And I'm the only one that got that picture because y'all don't have it. I got it. But yeah, I got the photo. But again, you know, we doing this, and you know, the spirit puts you before people for a reason. If we could go out with anything, he put you before people so that you could intervene with the people that's supposed to be, and they're also great. Yeah. So you're great.
A lot of times it ain't about you.
It ain't about us. It's about a collective
when
people.
You learn that, when you learn that, you will see, you'll be things that get clear.
Yeah.
It's about to get so clear that because we joined forces, and we got Mr. Jerry Potter sitting out there, J Beans. You know, that's my husband. Guess how long I've been married to him? For 27 years.
Wow.
And it'll be 28 years that we've been married. I met him when I was about
my
12.
wife married 38 years.
Right. And so we've been doing this a long time.
Wow.
And so we still doing it. And we ain't gonna stop until the wheels fall off, as
and
they
you know,
say.
and like I said, when Dick Gregory passed away, right?
I was right there in the front.
I was like, okay, all that knowledge gone.
He used to come through here with Umar Johnson. I got some photos with them.
But Spirit told me, right, you would think all the knowledge gone.
It's not gone.
But all us cable, we are the new Dick Gregory's and the new, you know, ancestors.
We got to get out there and tell it.
Well, we got to actually study.
To show yourself approved.
We be open up, Spirit talk through us. And like all this traveling you doing.
Oh, man, we about to hit
and you
the
got
planet.
the gift for gas. Shoot.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. You know, I used to pitch shows. I pitched my show to Fox.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And the man said, what we got to do to get you on the air? And I had people come to me and say, how you get every Saturday at 2 p.m.?
Yeah, I want to ask you
real.
this. This is your thoughts, right?
That was a TV show I had for the digital transition for the all media folks that know about it.
You might know it now.
But I'm about to hit the spot again.
The lady, the black lady that was
look me up. Google me.
That just got let go.
Oh man.
Was it?
From
all the news.
MSNBC.
Yeah.
See, I follow it, but I forgot what her name was.
Yeah. I just started saying it because I don't watch the news.
Rest in peace, Angie Stone. Rest in peace.
Say,
Angie Stone passed away. She died in a car crash.
When?
I don't know if it was yesterday or today, but it's all over the internet. You know, we've been in here doing this.
Yeah, I just saw
but my good friends posted it.
Just died.
Gene Hackman, Roberta Flack, Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman, I think that he passed away.
When all this stuff be happening like this, a lot of time
it's
That's a whole nother
to
show.
move-
What I'm getting ready
to
to say.
move
so I
some
ain't
more
even gonna
people
say it.
in.
Yeah, and they also say some of these people, they really they like Tupac, whoever.
You're not faking like turkey bacon.
They like now they talk about Michael Jackson ain't dead, but Michael Jackson dead, that entity.
Mm-hmm.
But they
his
live
spirit,
another life somewhere
Mhm.
else.
his spirit
You
is
feel me?
still here.
That the spirit. We been talking about Michael Jackson in the car
Yeah,
by his son.
My
His spirit is
son,
here.
my son is 7.5 months. He'll be 8 months.
He
in
may
a
have
few
been
days.
reincarnated.
All day, Tasha. All we could put on TV is Michael Jackson.
And that's what I
Probably
say.
reincarnated and caught the spirit of him.
And then like Michael and them,
You know,
They
they show
know
the
stuff.
pictures of the people that come back and look like other celebrities that have went on, and they be like, "Wow, the resemblance is so strong." But it might not even be the resemblance; it might be the talent. So the
It's this
talent
one
might come
man-
to him.
he say they
Probably
actually the
will.
same people
He danced
because he
7
get
months.
people, he take pictures,
Oh, we gotta get him out there.
and they look alike, but they have body like mold.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And he said, I'm trying to think of two people. He said, I laugh about some of them. When he compared the picture, he said Kodak Black is James Brown.
Oh yeah, I saw
But when
that.
he compared the pictures,
Man, they look
Well,
so
and then
similar.
he also said
Oh
Jimi
man,
Hendrix is what's that old actor name with the earring in his ear? He played in. He been
was it
around
Sammy
forever.
Davis Jr.? It was a whole bunch of them, y'all. It's a whole
Ooh.
bunch of the look-alike.
I can't think of his name. I got his face in my head, but he
Wow.
played in a lot of movies. But how you say we
I want to
to
see who's
so
gonna
much we
play
never
Betty
know.
Wright because they get ready to do a
Betty Wright.
whole thing on Betty Wright, the cleanup woman. So I would
Oh,
love to
for
see
real?
who they gonna ready to do
That's
on that
a
one.
good one.
That's gonna be a good one. I'm doing a documentary
We
with
just
Margaret
making
Reynolds.
it easy.
Tasha,
For the cleanup
go.
woman.
Well, you know, me and Go's visual artists, we
Mhm.
musicians. We both got bands. I do a lot of work with him, and I gotta say this on live and on air. When I met him,
Mhm.
I no
Say
seriously,
it.
When I met this brother, like I have sisters. I don't have no brother. I got close friends like brothers. This dude just took me, man.
Wow,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that's how I felt with him the other day.
He
Well,
just
that's
took
good,
me.
good.
He just took me. He just teach me and show me and show me. Right?
Yeah.
Like I was tripping out by my car the other day,
Mhm.
and I called him. Like my car was having trouble 2 nights in a row. And I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna try. I was fussing and cussing and you know.
Yeah.
And I called Ghost, and he said, "Shit, man, don't do that. Don't talk to the people like that. Don't do that. Don't do that."
Calm down.
Guess what was wrong with my car?
What was wrong?
Nothing.
What was it? The battery?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. I was sitting in the car too long and it shut off. It supposed to
Oh
do that.
yeah, it's supposed to do that.
But he told me why not to act like that. But I know that.
But let me
that's
tell
good.
him
and I
out there.
teach people stuff like that, but I just lost
And we
it.
need more brothers like that.
when you getting people service from people
Mhm.
and cause I used to be terrible when I was younger.
Yeah, I guess we all did. That's probably why we met. I was
I'll threaten
terrible.
you in a minute.
Kirk out
But-
shoddy.
But as you get older,
I'm changed. I'm a changed
you
girl.
get that mechanic mad, he might fix that one thing,
Mhm.
but he got to go somewhere else to
Mhm.
do some stuff you don't even know.
Don't take it to the dealership, y'all.
About a month later, you got the major problem.
Right.
Mhm.
You call, I told my sister, we was at Blue
Exhibit.
Dolphin, and the waiter was saying something, and it was my mother's birthday, so I said, hold on, and do not argue with these people.
Right, because they could mess your stuff up.
They're
Just like
bringing
your food.
Right.
You get that
Do
special
not
sauce.
yell at them in the
Yeah,
restaurant. They
so-
might spit in your
So
food.
yeah, that's so you was caught up in the moment, but I wasn't.
Right.
So that's why I say, calm down, man. Do not get them people mad. But in the long run, they can hurt you or down the road.
Right.
You ain't gonna see it, but he calmed down.
But we
Good.
but we met through music.
Right.
That's the crazy part.
Mm,
There's something that could connect you
yeah,
and then transition you somewhere else.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now it's a whole nother plane now. Oh,
Yeah.
y'all don't want to talk about the planes because now that you have been introduced to this platform called the Better Life Company, you'll now have access now into the planet. Because that's what this does.
and
It gives you access to all these destinations on the planet without having to worry about anything. So if you want somewhere to go, like St. Kitts, Maldives, I'm talking about Indonesia, there's all these pyramids everywhere.
yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why I think we connected. I kept it in for a minute, but my company is called Third Eye Entertainment.
Wow.
And I'm going to show you my page. I waited until the end because I wanted you to see the reason why we connected.
It's spiritual, man.
We already talked about that.
So here is my page.
When she said third eye, I already knew.
Right.
So here's my page. It's called Third Eye Entertainment.
Okay.
And Third Eye Entertainment Stage Stars. And so on that, and I know there's a reason why we connected because it's music involved and we all in music. All my peoples that helped me came up in the music industry and all, and I'm still with them to this day. And for a fact, one of the persons that, yeah, okay. And you see where we at in the middle. That's the photo of the pyramid that is in Chichen Itza that has the same stones as the pyramids in Africa. And so this, I made that out of a vision. I had an open vision and just started making it. But if you touch it and if you open it, you're going to see. But you see, okay, it ain't just the eye there. It's like 3 eyes right there. But inside of the 3 eyes are 3 pyramids. You can't see it from this, because it's internet. But from my real picture, you're going to see all of the different things that are in it.
Because I'm a firm believer.
You see the logo, Ghost logo?
Okay. So, but I'm going to show you what
That's
do you
the connection
think?
right there.
I want you to tell me what, and they don't show it on this one, but there's some other ones on here. There's some other things on here that I want you to look at and tell me what you think they are. Tell me what you think that is. Yeah. It's but it's money. It's money. It's the symbol for money.
I didn't know that. It's like what you
and
showed me something today about what.
Because I usually do music stuff, right? But I painted this on my jacket last night.
Right.
Because I'm up to
tell her what basically what
so not division equals.
So read it from this side.
Oh wow.
Right.
Equality.
Equality. And this sign in the equation is what?
Equals to.
This
or greater than.
Greater than. And this one is
division.
Equality greater than division.
Yes.
And see, I didn't know.
I noticed
but
that.
I told him he's gonna put the words up under.
Equality
at the same time,
is greater than division.
You teach it.
Wow.
So I'm getting the shirts done. We have a performance in May.
Who's making your shirts?
I got a guy that used to be playing out, but he used to rap.
Okay.
But he prints shirts, but I could get them done from anybody. It's just that he's my friend, and I talked to him today.
Oh, I want me one of them shirts.
And I'll give you one. You and your husband. So we have a show day in May. So I called him this morning. He gonna print this on it. But Go said, we need to put the words under it.
So people
can see so they'll know, because they'll look at that and not have a clue.
Get it print. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
And basically what I was saying was when I speak my reality, I do affirmations, right?
Yeah. I do affirmations.
I speak my reality. So if you're saying life is good, it will only get better. If you're saying you want to travel the world, if you're saying these things, right, then boom. You don't know how you're going to do it. You just put it out in the universe.
Put it out there.
And somebody show up.
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. But you got to know the synchronicities. And I don't believe in coincidence.
We do believe in the divine.
Yeah. But you got to know how to see it.
Yeah. And don't miss it.
Yeah, because you can miss it if you focus, not
right. You caught it the other night, and I came and stood right beside you.
Right.
And I was like, I meant to get over there to talk to you, but so many people was pulling.
Yeah, and I was trying to talk to her, but I let her slip through. Right.
But the spirit told me, because other girl wanted to leave quick.
Right.
And I said, nah.
Right.
She said, they said there's a band downstairs. So I was like, I love bands. We're going downstairs.
Right.
She was truly trying to leave. And I was like, no. We're not leaving. We're going down there with the band. Who's the band? And got down there and it was MLB.
And so when I said, I was like, I know I ain't did what Spirit told me to do, right? And sometimes we do that. And that's when you miss your blessings. But then I say, talking to this person, I'm going to make you laugh. I'm like, man, I don't want to sing like no groupie. Right? That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Homeboy at the
I met him that night. I knew Mother Love.
Right.
And Mother Love asked me to go with her to
right,
the
and
spot.
she asked me to go with her that night.
So
off the spot, because I just showed you who I had lunch with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had lunch with Ray Farnshaw.
Right.
And then I came a little
And see,
late.
you sitting here today, and this message is gonna reach other people.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So when she came in the door downstairs, that's why I said I'm gonna make sure she ain't leaving out here till I talk to her. And the people was coming up to me like Lil Mike, and he said Ghost. He called me Ghost, and I never met him. But these podcasts, man, people be watching.
They watch it and listen to
not.
it. It's serious.
Yeah, and so we hooked up and everything, changed numbers and everything. But that's when I talked to you.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to know all this other stuff.
Right.
I know you know the other stuff.
Right.
All that I do is come up
And
with
I'm
money.
a filmmaker, y'all.
You feel what I'm saying?
We
And that's
doing-
how stuff happens.
We doing films, and like I already when I
Y'all
came
see
in here,
like sitting
I
over
came in
Egypt,
here. I
y'all
had
know why.
already visualized some stuff when I walked in here because I'm a creative director. So when I walked in here and I seen all the blue, which is one of my favorite colors. You see all this blue.
Blue
right
is
there.
my favorite color,
And so
but you know that's communication.
When I
too.
seen the yellow and the blue, it made me think of my logo, and I said, "Oh my God!" And then when I already had seen yours, I said, "I'm gonna wait to the end to tell him."
Right.
Like I'm gonna tell him this is my name on my Cash App too, so you
Okay.
know it's that serious.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was like, "This is how I know Spirit wanted us to meet."
And I'm gonna tell you one more thing, because we way over.
We
but
way over, y'all.
it
But this
don't
is
matter.
good, y'all.
The
Share
thing
this.
is, number. Like in numerology,
Mm-hmm.
spirits speak through numbers.
Yes.
And I got my number. I mean, I wake up in the morning. I'm just doing like that, but my number be on my clock in my room.
Right.
You know, the digital clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm telling you, when I was a manager, before I left my job, I was a manager, and I had these two guys I was interviewing. I interviewed a bunch of them, but it came down to the last two. And I was like, one. And I wanted the spirit to show me which one,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I did both interviews over the phone before they came in, but the dude called me and left a message. And when I looked at the time on the computer they called, it was my number.
Wow.
He got the job, and he was the right person for the job.
Right.
So we are beyond this physical.
Plain.
Once you get connected,
Mm.
and you will get them signs, you understand?
Everything falls in place.
Yeah, and
That's why I said we on a whole nother plane. And when you put that equal sign on there, that equality over division, then that actually brought it everything. And so I kept having all these deja vus this past week.
But guess
And
when
that
I
means
did
that the
this,
planets are aligned
Guess when I
and we're
did
aligned.
this. I was up. My son was slapping me in
Mhm.
sleep, so I got up.
Right.
I got up. I put some of this stuff on there like
Right.
11 o'clock last night.
You can't do all that.
So
Oh, wow,
like
me too.
2:30 in the morning, I got up, and I say I need to ask something.
Yeah.
And I sat there,
I like that keyboard.
and yeah, that's just the music, man.
I know.
I did that. Then I just put this, and I just sat there. I was like, I need to tell.
But see, think
I said,
about that.
I said I want Ghost to see this.
Right.
You know about hieroglyphs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
That's what this is. That's what
Yeah,
a
that's what
lot
I'm
of that
saying.
is.
That's what we
It just
do.
kept coming in my mind,
And
and I
you
kept.
put that down. We know what it is now that you explained it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You feel
good.
me? But that's also like speaking in code.
Yeah, that's a whole code right there.
Yeah, because when I showed Ghost,
It might
I
You
said,
can actually
No,
get
I'm
that
gonna tell you
patent.
what I
You
saw.
can get it copywritten and
I
patent.
didn't
No,
even want-
turn that joint like this. Look, when you turn it like this, it's a whole body.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
That's
Yep,
a
you
whole.
turn it like
That's
upside.
eyes and the
It is.
nose and this the body and
And
these
the
the
legs.
legs.
There you go.
Yeah.
When
it
I
is.
looked at it,
You got
that's what I
something
thought
there.
it was.
Try to do something with it. Somebody
Don't let
might
them
just
look.
fuck it.
Don't let
They
nobody
can't
see
see it.
that.
They can't see
Okay,
it.
good.
They can't see
Copyright that and then flip it around when you copyright it so it don't look like it looks
Oh,
right
like
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I could put it on the back like that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah. So we
So we
gonna
all
end on that
supposed to
note,
be
'cause we
united
been here for
in
some
one,
hours.
as one.
We been here for some hours. So
Yeah, we
that's why I
got
say she can come back, do a
Thanks,
part
sis.
2,
it's
Thanks,
all
sis.
part
good.
3, whatever.
Definitely.
And when
And,
y'all come back from y'all trip,
Yeah, we're gonna be in Punta
gonna
Cana. Well, first we're going on a cruise in 13 days to Dominican days, so we on water in the Dominican waters.
wow.
And then when we leave that, we got a little month to try to come back and wind down, because after that we going on land to Punta Cana.
she's taking vacation from the vacation.
Yes.
Right.
You don't get no better than that.
And we trying to get these young men on the vacations to take their podcast and go
'Cause
over
like
to
I
the
said,
other country.
I'm recharged now.
You
but
recharged?
It ain't retired no more. We
You ain't
stopped.
retired?
Say
I
recharge.
ain't, don't
Recharge. I don't try to
recharge.
say weekend
Renew.
no more. When I used to have a good weekend, I X that out. I say have a strong.
Yes.
That's why I got to be weak.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I go through life, Spirit hit me with words. Like the lady texted me, "Good morning." No, she said, "Hello," in the text. Lady that was just there.
Yeah.
I said, "Having high."
Right.
A while back, when you say hello,
Hmm.
hell, right? It's low.
Right.
In that energy, Satan.
Hmm.
So hell is low, Spirit told me. Heaven is high.
Right.
So I stopped saying hello. You know how many people say hello around the world on phone calls per day?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Words that equate to energy.
Yes.
And that's all that energy going that we giving to him. And we don't even know. That's why I sit back and I be tripping out all the Spirit telling me stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't even look at that like that.
Right.
So now I start saying having high, whether people catch on or not. But they'll know that when they call me and they hear that or that, and they ask why, and I said, I had got my old manager, started saying, they leave. Then y'all have a strong end there. And
Yeah.
then I end up seeing a guy on the internet, a Jamaican dude. He was saying, now how he got it, I don't know. But
Right.
that's
Now
how
I'm
we
gonna take
change
it
things.
and I'm gonna be using
Yeah.
it heaven high.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Come on now. Not hell no or hell oh,
Yeah,
but
Right.
heaven high.
yeah. So
That's good. I like that one.
I'll be saying have a strong.
Have a
Can I
strong.
yeah, I
One
said,
day
have
I
a
said
strong
both.
end.
I
But
said have
what
a-
I tell you when I say, I just tell people why I say, because I can tell you, I'm recharged now, and you might not know that I'm saying I'm retired
Mhm.
because never heard that definition.
Right.
So when you
Teach
retire,
me, I'm teaching.
when you retire, means going back to something.
Mhm.
Right.
I gave all them years to the man per se. So why not? Why I gotta be retired? Nah,
So
I'm
what should we
recharged.
say? Oh, you recharge.
Yeah.
So you gonna keep recharging.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You feel
good.
what I'm saying? You gotta switch
That's
because
good.
words are spells,
Yeah.
and you casting them
Yeah.
every time you
The
run your
power of
mouth.
life and death is in the tongue.
Yeah.
So,
So
whatever you speak, it is so.
yeah. So I tell people I'm recharged
Okay.
because I'm living my life
I'm
now.
recharged.
So why I
The
gotta
money
be
cometh
tired?
now.
No, I ain't tired. I don't be them times.
No.
So yeah, that's what it is.
I'm just taking a small break.
Yeah.
I can't even take a break as it just seems like stuff just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going.
But don't
and
complain.
going.
That's a good thing.
Yes. And so look,
'Cause
they
as
all
we get
said to me
older,
stuff about
we'll slow
Punta Cana.
down.
We doing it
We
big,
take a
y'all.
picture of that book.
I'm
Yeah.
bending the pages of that.
Yeah,
book.
take that picture of that book.
Because I got a lot of old
What's
books
up?
that I go in thrift stores, right? And I got old books and old dictionaries, right? I got a dictionary made 1890.
Here, do one with us.
But what happened is, they change words, right? They change. That's how they lie. Change stuff, right?
Mhm.